Well, good rising, my good people of the plane. How are y'all doing? It is a Moonday again, February 6th, 2023. And excuse me. I forgot to post this in Telegram. Let me go post this link in Telegram real quick. Sorry, y'all. This is a one-woman show, you know. You know how it is. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Good rising to all the people on Rockfin, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Where else am I streaming to? Oh, there's this new platform called Trovo. It's like a wannabe Twitch where there's a bunch of like weird stuff on there, and it was like an easy to add it as a destination through Streamlabs. So I just threw it on there. No idea if anybody watches me through there or not. It's like this, it's like like I said, it's like a wannabe Twitch, so you can imagine the debauchery that goes on that platform. But I thought I would just put my little ray of sunshine over there anyway. Oh, hello, Ashley Knopp, Psyop within a Psyop, Benny Boy, mellow greetings and salutations, and Mark Wantraba, good rising, good to see you all over there. And Spicy Sarah, Grounded Extracts, oh, two of my favorites, two of my favorite now Kakalaki crew people. I love you guys. Can I just tell you how awesome it is that to have you all here, and like we're planning another get together, and I'm gonna have everybody over to my place this time. It's like we all take turns having each other over every so often, and it's great. Like we had to go out with me and just a couple of the other ladies. It was really fun. We went to a winery up the road here. Let's see. I'll show you a picture of us. Look at us. We're so... Oh, whoops. I have to put this over here. Look at us. We're so cute. Look at... This is us at the wine. Look at us being like little normies. Being all matrixy. Look at Sarah. How cute is Sarah? Look at us. Sun's in my face. Oh, that was fun though. We had a good time. You know? Yeah. Let me go down the list here. National Memorial Gardens, Krish Sheepak. A new heart also will give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. Huh. I haven't read Ezekiel yet. I am reading the Bible. I just haven't got that far yet. Because I'm trying to like actually see what it says. So, to be continued, probably for a long time. Chicago Artist, No Despair Bear, Alpine Endeavor, good to see you, Angela Betts. Does anyone know how to get into Witsit Discord? Well, I assume you just have to have a link. I don't know if his is attached to Patreon or not. You can attach you can have a Discord server and you can attach it to Patreon, and then you'll have to become a Patreon member to get access to that server. I used to have one of those, but then I stopped doing anything on Patreon and I just closed it down. Because, I mean, not on Patreon, but Discord. I still have a Patreon. I just don't use Discord because there are so many trolls on Discord. You guys don't even know. I was on Discord way back in 2016, 2017. We ran the first real big flat earth server, 24/7 flat earth. Not the one that's there now. The previous one, the first one. And it got up to like 30,000 members. And then and I just really saw like the mentality of the people that typically spend time over there. At least this was a while ago. And it was horrible. Women were treated horribly. Like the sexual harassment, the DMs, the disgusting stuff that used to go on. So I stopped doing it. However, people are still there, and I think, if you go to the right server, you're not going to run into stuff like that. Like if you go on Patreon and you go to like Witsit server, I'm sure you're not going to get harassed on Witsit server. I mean, I'm talking about a server where anybody was able to join. And like when you're talking about 30,000 people, it was horrid. But yeah. The more Joe coffee you get. Mojo shop. Emilio's man. Sue Finelli. Hi, Sue. Rico's tinfoil sombrero. Good to see you. Mandy Lynn. Billingtano. Bear. Hola. Good to see you. Earthica. Stassi. Libra Laura. J Craft. Matrix 1. Oh, look at all you people. Special K. You are the best. Thunder Chicken. IPS. Dude, well, IPS is an asshat. What do you expect? I mean, that guy has already been. He's like an admitted troll. That's like what he is. He's a professional troll. I mean, that guy. I mean, he showed his true colors. Why even bother going over there? I don't. I just ignore it, and my life is better for it. All these people, these just crappy, negative people. I just cut them out of your circle, cut them out of your line of sight. That's what I do. I just don't have time for it. Like I just meh. Time wasters. Exactly, Scott Hunter. It's called Discord. Exactly. Did Sellout Man Dan give you bother? Sellout Man Dan? I don't know which one you're talking about. What's up, Melodome? Hail from Miri in Guatemala. Hope you're having fun over there in Guatemala. I saw the pictures you sent me. Fantastic. Beautiful. I'm a little jealous. Would like to be in the tropics somewhere. Yeah. It just takes too much energy to argue with people like that, so I don't. Like, that energy could be spent doing so much more better, productive things that lift other people up, lift myself up, rather than sitting there and trying to, like, break the mind controlling, like, the walls, the automatic defense system that these people have had installed on them to defend the BS and the globe and all the deceit. Just get Simon Dan. Spicy Sarah, I met him in person and all I can say is he's short and boring. Yeah. He's a demented midget. It's all good though. I mean, he even hardly ever comes up anymore, and we don't ever, and look at how much happier we all are as a result of it. We just don't even bother with his crap anymore. Just ignore it. 'Cause nobody cares. And, it's awesome. Anthony Bergs, good to see you. Ashley Claudio, hello. Over there. Hello over there. So anyway, speaking of the Carolinas, making elderberry syrup now, leaving chat, still listening. Much love, Karen B. and everyone. Awesome, grounded extracts. You make that magic. You make that magic. Yeah, no time for that. F.E. Viking. Hello. Jenny Spark, much love. All turned on Karen to wake me up. Do you want me to start yelling at you, Jenny? No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. I don't have the energy to yell. I'm pretty mellow, actually. You know, if anybody who hangs around me would know, should know, I'm actually pretty mellow. And it takes a lot to get me to the point where I start yelling and I'm pissed off. It doesn't happen like, you know. Contrary to the meme, contrary to what the meme would have you believe, I actually tolerate a lot of crap. But then it's like Popeye. It's like, it's all I can stands, and I can't stands no more. There you go. Hi, Dave Hinkle. Good to see you. So, what about that Chinese spy balloon, y'all? I know it's what everybody's talking about, and I won't focus on just this, but I do want to start with this because it's funny. It's funny, and this apparently, this stupid thing went right over my house, or near it, but I didn't see it because by the time I heard about it, it was already over Charlotte, which is like, you know, Charlotte is 45 minutes that way. It's like 40 miles. So I'm like, listen, I get the whole angular resolution thing. Like, I don't think I'm going to see it at this point. Although maybe I could have, I don't know. But it was like really early and it was Saturday and I was doing other stuff and I had to do my anti-religious scripture study stream and who cares? You know, we already knew that satellites were balloons, right? Like, it's just a sataloon. We can watch these videos. Oh, they're funny here. They got videos.
Shit, wait, those are missiles. Oh my god, they shot it down. They shot it down. No fucking... You hear it?
Oh, it just exploded.
No way.
Fucking cool as shit, dude.
Yo. No fucking way.
Then they shot it down right off the coast of Myrtle Beach.
No way.
You know what's funny though?
Wow.
Oh, you see it dropping? See the shit dropping?
The reason I didn't go looking for it is because I was kind of following a little bit of it the day before. And then I saw this, let me see if I can bring it up. I saw this tweet of a woman out in Montana. Doop-a-doo. Let me find it. Where is it? Here we go. So, this woman, here's what I just caught a few minutes out my window. Saw a jet go by so fast and an explosion in the sky. Holy crap, Billings, Montana. And this was on the 3rd. And then it says, it's got a little tag underneath it. From Twitter, it says, official communications from City of Billings, Montana Twitter account stated, we have confirmed there have not been any explosions in, around, or across Montana, and they are aware of the video and it cannot be substantiated. So they just denied it. So this woman recorded this. Let me see. I don't know if there's sound to this one or not. So this was recorded in Billings, Montana. And I just assumed from this video that they did it, and I thought that was going to be the end of it, because they were denying it. I thought they were just going to be like all hush hush, like, right? And then there's like another, then the thing, apparently the next thing you know, the thing like keeps going across the whole freaking United States. Like, it is such a joke and such a distraction. They probably, you know what, it's funny? I feel like they probably shot it down and then they were like, oh, this is a pretty good distraction. And then they probably put another one up and they went to distract you from what's really going on. So I feel like it's a distraction. What is it a distraction from? But apparently the thing flew like, what, from Montana, right? So that's like north west, almost, right? Like, who knows where it originated from? And then it went and went diagonally across the United States, almost like a similar path to the eclipse, right? A couple of years ago. China claims ownership of second suspected spy balloon. Wait a minute. Is there now another one? Chinese authorities have confirmed that this is 40 minutes ago. Unmanned aircraft flying over Latin America originated in China, even as Beijing stepped up to blah 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 blah. Huh. Another Chinese spy balloon crashed off the coast of Hawaii 4 months ago. Well, so is every satellite that falls out of the sky going to be a Chinese spy balloon now? It's like more and more people are seeing their satellites fall down, and now it's just they're all going to be Chinese spy balloons. Oh, it's too funny. Oh my god, a balloon. Yeah. They could have used a pellet gun to bring it down. The Air Force, right? Artist Seer attested a Venus woman only full moon in Leo ceremony last night and ended with a swim in the lake with nearly 50 naked females being cleansed by the water. Mary. I mean, I get it. That sounds amazing, but there's dudes here who are just gonna go straight to the dirty place. Tree passed over us when Trump was in office. Supposedly, that's what they're saying, right? But it's like, come on. At least people got people to look up, right? So, listen. The only thing I just keep saying about this is satellites are balloons. Satellites are balloons, and now we know. Now you guys know. It's in everybody's face. Satellites are balloons, right? At the end of the day, the only reason the Biden administration shot down the Chinese spy balloon was because it made the news. Ted Cruz trying to be relevant. I mean, look at this. This, people keep sharing this picture around, but this picture doesn't look like what I'm seeing videos of. Is it? Is it even the same thing? I feel like I've seen, it looks like different things. What's this picture? Okay, there's no picture it doesn't want to show me because it wants me to pay money, and I'm not doing that. Mark Milley held secret calls with China in 2020 undermining Trump. He gave the order not to shoot down the Chinese spy balloon. Mark Milley in 2015 declaring China is not our enemy.
30 years, and they dropped down about 7% last year or two. And they'll probably drop again, you know, and come into the range of normalcy in 3 to 5% growth. But that's still significant economic growth. And there's been a really large...
Meh. Shut up. If you call J6 an insurrection and you call the Chinese spy balloon a weather experiment, you should never be allowed to vote. I mean, what do you mean allowed to vote? Like it's a privilege? I mean, just don't vote. Don't participate in their bullshit. I mean, we need to flush out the, you know what I'm saying? Flush this thing out and start over. Reuters, 5 stories you need to know today. A huge earthquake struck Turkey and Syria, killing thousands. Wow. Let's see. 1,400 people. Wow. So Turkey has some gnarly earthquakes, man. Like some of the worst. It's crazy. Oof. Okay, more Ukraine nonsense. Dragging the Ukraine BS out longer. Escalating pay dispute. I don't think that's big news, but whatever. Look up, meanwhile, a towering pillar of dark smoke and large flames from the site where the cargo train derailed in East Palestine, Ohio. Oh, did that another train derail? Let's see. Here we go. Northeastern Ohio. A train with more than 100 cars derailed in East Palestine, about 15 miles south of Youngstown. There were 20 cars with hazardous material in the train, 10 of which derailed. Of those 10, 5 were carrying vinyl chloride, the NTSB said. Jeez. Holy Nikes. Wow. I have not counted in, but got that number from news outlets. I hope to be able to trust them on such simple things. 50 cars. No accident. Airborne toxic event. I like to look at the comments because sometimes you'll see like details about whatever or some additional information. Wow. That's gnarly, man. That is... Officials are begging residents to leave the area around a burning derailed train in East Palestine, Ohio, where workers are trying to prevent a catastrophic tanker failure, an explosion that could release toxic gas and shoot deadly shrapnel up to a mile away. Carrying hazardous materials. Where was it going? There's a high probability of toxic gas release and explosion. Those who refuse to leave the evacuation zone could be arrested on a misdemeanor charge of misconduct in an emergency. What? If there are children in a household that doesn't evacuate, further charges of endangering children will apply also. Okay. The scene was so dangerous by Monday morning that the East Palestine Office Department had evacuated a communications center for safety reasons, blah, 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 blah. Breathing high levels of vinyl chloride can make someone die or pass out if they don't get fresh air. The man-made chemical used to make PVC burns easily at room temperature, can cause dizziness, sleepiness, headaches, and has been linked to an increased risk of cancer in the liver, brain, lungs, and blood. Oh, great. So all these people... oh, the fallout from that is going to be nasty, dude. Nasty. Holy crap. Like, if I lived over there... I don't know. I mean, they should be relocating people. Because the fallout from that is going to be nasty. That's disgusting. Level Earth Observer, Yin Yang symbol. Yeah, I know who that is. Did a short video of how they changed the ceiling height of the Raptor plane. It shows Wiki was updated 16 minutes from when he did a video this AM. Why would a train be allowed to travel with such an amount, and why would they slow them to they should slow them to a... I don't know. Unclear how long it will take to clean up the scene. We have a hot zone in there. He said preliminary report on derailment and is expected in 4 to 6 weeks. Well... that's gnarly, man. So, a chemical used to make plastics. Mechanical defect caused East Palestine, Ohio train wreck. A mechanical issue with a rail car axle caused the fire. Oh. So the axle was compromised. A mechanical issue with a rail car axle caused the fiery derailment of dozens of freight cars in Ohio near Pennsylvania state line Friday night. Investigators announced Sunday. The smoldering tangle of cars, some carrying hazardous materials, kept an evacuation order in effect. So, yeah, that sounds like sabotage to me. I don't know about y'all. That definitely sounds like sabotage to me. A mechanical failure in the axle of a train. Cheers, Dave Messenger. Hi, Rob Cleveland. So what do you guys think? Do you agree? I mean, that definitely looks like sabotage. Just a weak, unvaccinated axle. Okay, well, so anyway, when I was looking at, whatchamacallit, Chinese spy balloon stuff, somebody was saying that there has been some, oh, what is this crap? Yeah, I don't know who this Sam Smith person is, but it's like, why is everything that's popular always, like, devil-themed? I mean, it's so right in your face. They don't even try to hide it. But, let me see if I can find... U.S. Coast Guard tracking suspected Russian intelligence gathering ship off coast of Hawaii. Anyway, somebody was saying that there's been some military movement where it almost looks like they're trying to, like, the whole Maybe it's connected to the whole them trying to say that's a Chinese spy balloon. They're trying to get into hot war. But I'm not seeing anything. That doesn't mean that, you know. False claim video shows Russian submarine off the coast of Hawaii. So now, well, that's 27 days ago. Beijing confirms Chinese balloon accidentally entered Latin American and Caribbean space. Let me see. Anybody heard anything about that? About possible military movement? No. Hi, Dave. Grand Rising people of the realm. What's up, Dave? Typical Hollywood BS. Yeah. I remember hearing about some aerosol spray that had something toxic in it. I believe it was an area in Texas. Oh. Well, hey, what's up, GeoShifter? They've sprayed people on stuff a whole bunch of times. Like, there's a bunch of them. I can't even remember the names of them right now, but there've been a couple of times where, like, they literally sprayed the crap out of people in a city. I think it happened in San Francisco, in the 50s, I want to say. But they are always spraying stuff on us. Like, seriously. They do that shit all the time. So, what is the balloon a cover for? Because I'll be honest, I'm not really sure. But I feel like it is a cover for something. Trending in political figures, Jill Biden. Oh my god. Was it to distract from their freaking satanic ritual that they had on the Grammys? Because look at this crap. This is literally what happened at the same time as the Chinese balloon. Was it like, here, look at the Chinese spy balloon. Don't look at us having our satanic ritual, broadcasting our spells across the whole land. Look up there. Don't look over here. I mean, I guess it could be one of the things. Also, let's check. Maybe I should check the sky. Check the sky clock. Check the sky clock. Jupiter in Aries. What about Mars? Mars in Gemini. Huh. Mercury. Sextile the Neptune. You are more sympathetic today. You are also more sensitive. Well, that's today. I guess I should be checking yesterday. Was the balloon cover for the green comet? I don't know. Yeah, this is the Grammys. This is the Grammys. And like, I guess this same artist, this guy, if you can call him an artist, he's like some fat, white, satanic pedophile dude that everybody's glorifying right now. I really don't. I'd never heard of this dude before. And he had some like crazy. I was seeing where they were. Let me see if I can. If there's some screenshots on Twitter that I can bring up. Oh, see, it's all gonna show his stupid. And yeah, and then right after, actually, here's the funny thing. Let me see. I retweeted it. Anomaly posted this video, right? So here, check this out. You guys are gonna think this is hilarious. So here, okay, this is the thing on the Grammys, right? All the devil. It's all evil, satanic, devil, right? And then watch this. As it ends, okay, this is the end. This is like how in your face this shit is, right? So this is the end, and then, oh, the Grammys! Brought to you by Pfizer! Dude, they don't even try to hide it. It is hilarious. It's like, all we can do is laugh. All I can do is laugh, because I'm like, oh my god, it is so obvious. Like, they're just taking it and they're just smacking people right in the face with it. It's like, this is how badly people are programmed. Like, you can literally hit them over the head with that shit. And nobody will say anything. Everybody's like, oh my god, it's so great. Look at the Grammys. Oh my god, Sam Smith. I love it. It's fucking crazy. People are crazy. Anyway, so I don't know if the balloon is actually a cover for that, but there's other stuff going on. So let's see what else is trending. So there was a earthquake in Turkey, but that's not going to be a distraction for that. I mean, at least I wouldn't think so. Although maybe chemtrails trending. Let's see what's trending over here on chemtrails. Wow.
Whoa. Yeah, climb a bit, dude. Wow, that was close.
Look at that.
Look at this. We got a big plane coming. We're gonna go right in front of him. Whoa. TCAS warning.
That's crazy.
Whoa. Yeah, climb a bit, dude. Wow, that was close.
Well, now.
We got a big plane
That's
coming.
pretty good video of a plane spraying stuff from up close. Check your Skype. I think I've exposed some secret communications network. What is Oh my goodness. You know what? That's so great. Is this your response to them trying to co-opt your, where is it? Let me open this. What is going on in Mexico? Are these two people secretly communicating with a secret moon base? Learn more at Are You a Blue Dot? I'm assuming this is your answer to that thing I showed you where you if you go into the search and you type in Are You a Blue Dot and it brings up the some government stupid program. Hey, Ted. Ted's on break. What nonsense did Congress or Senate pass while everyone... Yeah, exactly. Oh, you know what? Now it's coming back to me, Thunder Chicken. I was watching a video on Twitter. Hopefully I saved it. Hopefully I saved it. Here, yeah, this one. This is it.
Spy balloon, whatever the hell it is. Don't watch this. Don't watch it.
Dollars spent on things that don't even make sense that they've been spent on. So, Mr. Dodaro, if you don't mind answering a few of my questions, can you tell me, as our comptroller of the United States, how much COVID cash was given to abortion?
How much COVID cash to abortion?
I do not know that answer. I don't have that answer.
Oh, okay. So I can tell you Planned Parenthood clinics received $80 billion in COVID relief loans, which is hard to understand how that happened. Mr. Dodaro, can you tell me how much money COVID cash went towards diversity, equity, and inclusion or racism issues?
Again, we have not looked at that issue, so I don't know.
Oh, geez. Well, I can tell you the Pennsylvania Humanities Council did receive $1.4 million in relief and used it for equity and geographic diversity. I'm not sure how that helped in a pandemic time. Mr. Dodaro, can you tell me how much COVID cash went to CRT?
CRT?
Critical race theory in education. It's a racist curriculum used to teach children that somehow their white skin is not equal to black skin and other things in education.
Yeah. No, I do not know that, but I do know that there's provisions that the federal funds generally are not used, are supposed to be used for curriculum.
Oh,
that's a state.
Oh, Mr. Dodaro, I have to tell you, in Illinois, they received $5.1 billion at an elementary school there that used it for equity and diversity. So it's being used for these things. Mr. Dodaro, can you tell me how much money was given to Drag Queen Story Hour?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Drag Queen Story Time, where men dress up as women and read confusing books to children.
Okay. First, I thought you said dry clean. So
So anyway, I did see that video. Whoops, okay. Can mute that now. So there they go. It wasn't 80 billion, it was 80 million. Yeah, she did say billion. I'm sure she misspoke. But the point is that, you know, they took in all these like emergency relief funds, right, for COVID. I mean, you know, that's what they do during the pandemic. So much crap has happened over the last 3 years. But we know that it made all these corporate conglomerate and politicians like rich, uber rich. Like they all just made millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars off of the pandemic, right? So then they have all this money, right? Well, then they have to do something. They have to do something with those funds, right? It can't just sit there. So what do? They go send it to all their little bullshit programs. Like they use it to fund more indoctrination through the education system. It's like, you know how they say everything has more than one purpose, right? Like it's just part of it's part of their scheme. Part of their scheme. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, where is... gotta take this over here. That's why I couldn't find it. I don't know how many people watch the Grammys. I know, I haven't watched them in forever. Dry clean drag queen. I know. The golden demonic abortion statue. Yeah, where's the money come from? Can you share that in Telegram? Which one? This video? Here, I'll forward it to I will forward this to the rebellion. Because I put stuff in this little chat here to remind me about stuff to talk about. And sometimes it doesn't make it to the rebellion, although I mean to share it when I'm talking about it, but I just don't always do that. And then I was also reading this thread about the connection between Bill Gates and Epstein. Like, Gates and Epstein were like thick as thieves. That, you know, nerdy piece of shit. Drug pusher. Ugh. I'm so disgusted by these, you know, and I know that they're like not even the ones really in charge. You know, we always talk about this, how we don't even really ever see the ones who are truly pulling the strings. Like those people actually hide themselves. And then the people that we see out in front of us are like, it's like the fall guy or like the puppet, like the current puppeteer. But man, it doesn't make me hate them any less. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still an instrument of evil and you should be destroyed, in my opinion. The rebellion, the link is in the description. If you go look in the description, it says join the rebellion on Telegram, and you click that link and it will take you to this group, which is a group that I created on Telegram. It's got the flat earth map with the rebellion Star Wars logo, because I'm a nerd like that. And I made this when I started getting banned, when Facebook was doing heavy banning, right? Like in the height of the pandemic, when they are like trying to control all information. When Brian and I started getting, you know, our heaviest censoring, you know, when we started unveiling this realm, and then like we were like right off the bat telling everybody film your hospitals. We were telling everybody, you know, it's all a lot, it's a scam. Don't let anybody inject you with anything. Right? We were like right off the bat just screaming from the mountaintops, and we got shut down. We got strike. Our channels, you know, we almost lost our channel. Then they started burying everybody even more with the algorithms, and you know, and this is why we have such a disdain for YouTube. I mean, you know, I'm still streaming here because this is where the majority of people are, and it's very difficult to get people off of YouTube and go to a different platform. But it is what it is. So, you know, I still stream here, but just so you know, if you don't see me on YouTube, it's not because I'm not streaming. It's because YouTube shut me down. You know, they are very militant about what they allow and what they don't allow. And they change the rules when the wind blows, you know. Their rules change when it's time to steer the public in a different way with their, you know, propagandist agenda, you know? I was on a big show that was deep in the Galactic Federation and deep space. A show, yeah. Oh, I have that up, David. I was gonna promote your stream right here. David Weiss, aka Flat Earth Dave, Flat Earth Theory, and the World Behind the Ice Wall. So here, I'll even give it a like already. This will be premiering at 2 p.m. after I'll already be done. So, you know, after this show, take a little break or go watch something else, and you can go watch Dave, and you can support in the chat. Try to help wake some people up. The guy had an open mind but wants to believe in teleporting and folding space to protect his heliocentric cult beliefs. But you know what, though? The teleporting thing becomes easier when you're in a, a local place. Like, it makes way more sense. So, he should, Hi, Rasta Bear. Folding space. Manipulating space and time. Right, space has no properties. And I've been doing this. Have you guys, anybody who's on Facebook, are you guys in that stupid science and astronomy group where it's like become like a flat earth versus globe earth debate forum? And anytime you post anything flat earth in there, they just get so triggered and they just blow you up. It's hilarious. But I love going in there and being like, does space has no properties? How do you manipulate something with no properties? How do you bend space? What is space? What properties of space allow it to be bent? Like, they just don't, and then they laugh at you and just call you stupid and say you believe nonsense. And then they think that you can bend something that you can't even touch or feel or measure. Quantum entanglement, if true, would support transportation or teleportation. I think you mean MFT, but yeah. I mean, nothing is outside of the realm of possibilities. You just have to figure out how to do it. But, they lie to us about how this place works. Lie to us about who we are. Which is why I like to talk about hidden human potential, which was the title of my talk. In Denver, 2018 FEIC, which to this day I still get attacked for and called a witch, an evil satanic witch. I was just getting attacked last night by one of those people. It's hilarious that they're still there. They can't even show us bendy water. Right? Exactly. Oh, I have a caller. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Oh boy, that's me.
That's you.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Pardon me. If I sound a little jittery, I think I made my coffee a little too strong this morning. Good rising.
Good rising.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago you made that comment about the good morning thing, and I thought, oh yeah, another spell on words. Aye. Hey, are you buying this line that they're giving for the balloon thing?
No.
The whole Chinese spy thing?
No. It's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous.
Well, I agree that there's dual meanings, but I am buying it. Kind of like this. I'm the Chinese, right? Well, everybody knows space is fake, so we might as well send the balloon. Because the balloon, if the narrative they're giving us proves that space is fake, what would they need a balloon for if they got satellites of it? Oh boy, how are you taking that?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I don't know if you're familiar with Suspicious Observers on YouTube, but he's got almost 700,000 subs, but he always talks about the space weather and the solar flares, and he thinks that there's going to be some big solar event and it's going to cause the world to flood and blah blah blah. And I know he's been approached by flat earthers many, many times, and he hates it. He hates flat earthers. Does not buy it at all, or at least he is adamantly objected to it for some reason. And he's on there on his live stream, and he's like, if China has all this advanced technology, why are they sending a balloon? Don't you guys think that's weird? Isn't that weird? And I'm like, yeah, because satellites aren't real and everything's attached to freaking balloons. Like, hello, we've been saying this for a long time.
and either that or the line they're giving us is totally crap. I mean, just as a distraction or all the other things we can come up with. But what rings true in my heart is that, yeah, it's satellites are balloons, and it's just proof that space is fake? Because it really doesn't make sense that they would, send in the balloon if they got satellites. Madness.
No, because there's plenty of kinds of aircrafts and drones and stuff that they could have used if they were really doing all that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, no. And if it don't make sense, then it's bleeping BS. So, okay, so let's shoot it down, right? Next point. Let's shoot it down. Well, look, until last September, I haven't been sick with the cold or flu for over a decade. And, they kept telling us about this dark winter, and I am just not down with whatever it is they're spraying. And so it's starting to kind of formulate. I'm going, well, yeah, we've all known that it ain't good for us. But I got really sick last September, and it didn't make any sense. I got through it, but this, they're telling us long-term code. I didn't really put any stock into any of it because I don't get sick. I'm in the camp where your body makes chemicals that clean you up depending on how much, the toxins that you put in your body. Well, and, that whole thing, I know it's not scientifically proven and nobody's buying it, but, yeah, don't we know that 270 different chemicals, and they all have the side effects of the cold and flu? It's your own body cleaning itself up. Well, what I understand, which I could be wrong, but so you make a chemical that mimics one of these, and then you get the flu shot, and then you get a reaction, a flu-like reaction. Well, they don't work. We all know that. These flu shots and all that, they never work. My folks and all that, you watch them, they get sick. I'm not sick. What's going on? So, but me getting sick like that, and then again with their heavy spraying, you're watching them, and I started feeling weird. I watch and I see people getting sick, and it's like, yeah, see, you can't prove it, but it's just like in my heart there is a connection. Aside from what, all the speculation. I mean, you've heard me before. I'm definitely in the camp of, okay, I can observe it, but I can't measure it, but can we measure it? I'm not sure. And can we recreate it? I don't think so, but it's just ringing true that there's something going on here where, yeah, they're making us sick, whatever. But it's just, like I said, I haven't been sick. If you don't put the toxins in your body, now to me, preservatives are not what they say, more of a chemical toxin, regardless of what it does. I mean, the whole food in your trunk and it never molds or whatever, that's not food, it's food-like. Well, I just don't do that. I'm surrounded by Amish farmers. I don't, like organic, organic flour. Try organic flour in your gravy. Hey, yummy. Well, anyway, I just don't pump it in, and I don't get sick. So then I got real sick. So something's going on with that, where it may very well be. I get that I'm speculating. I can't run it down much farther, but there's got to be something to it. This spraying thing. So I'm a little jittery. I haven't even been up that long. I'm over here in Wisconsin. So, but hey, we shot down the balloon. How about shooting down these planes that are gassing us? I think that's all I got. Except for good rising, I guess. Anyway. Yeah. Again, thanks for not calling me a nut. Well, you haven't yet.
All right. All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with the spraying. It's like, can we know for sure? I don't know. I think a lot of it is speculation. I think they definitely manipulate the weather. Like 100%, they're manipulating the weather. I also think that they try to either block the sun rays or intensify the sun rays, depending on what type of effect they want to have. The other thing, I troll his channel. Whose channel do you troll? If all satellites were balloons, wouldn't we have more sightings like this last one? Yes, well, we do have a lot of sightings. There was one that crashed. These things crash quite often. Let's watch. Well, everything's going to be taken over by the Chinese spy balloon right now. Time. Everything's taken over by the Chinese spy balloon right now. But it has happened before. Many times. It does happen. But also, with these, like, watch this. High altitude, long duration balloon. And even that is bringing me up this stupid Chinese balloon. Everything you search a balloon brings up that stupid balloon right now. But let's see. Images for high altitude long duration balloon. Okay. Defense.gov. Let's see what it says here. U.S. tracking high altitude surveillance balloon. An intelligence gathering balloon, most certainly launched by the People's Republic of China, is currently floating above. Oh my god! Even this is about the stupid Chinese balloon! Like, they really want this shit in your, consciousness right now, right? Why? Why? Cop is fired after using COVID relief funds on his repairs for his 1969 Mustang. Miami woman charged with COVID-19 relief fund frauds. COVID relief fund fraud. Here we go. Republican-led committee targets COVID relief aid for review. Was this the same one with that woman? Indications of widespread fraud. Okay. More than 1,000 people have pleaded guilty or have been convicted in federal charges of defrauding the myriad COVID-19 relief programs that Congress established in the early days of the pandemic. More than 600 other people and entities face federal fraud charges. But that's just the start. According to investigators who testified as the House Oversight and Accountability Committee held its first hearing in the new Congress on fraud and waste in federal pandemic spending, Congress approved about $4.6 trillion in spending from 6 coronavirus relief laws beginning in March 2020 when Trump was in the White House, and including $1.9 trillion package that Democrats passed in the first months of the Biden presidency. Holy shit, we're talking about trillions of dollars now. So maybe that woman wasn't, where's the billions going? We owe it to the American people to get to the bottom of the greatest theft of American taxpayer dollars in history, says Representative James Comer from Kentucky. Gene L. Dodaro, that's the guy that woman was talking to in the video earlier, head of the Government Accountability Office, told lawmakers that it will be some time before the full extent of fraud is known. The Inspector General for the Small Business Administration has more than 500 ongoing investigations involving loan programs designed to help businesses meet operating expenses during the pandemic. The Labor Department's internal watchdog continues to open at least 100 employment insurance fraud investigations each week. The GAO said more than 1,000 convictions related to COVID-19 relief fraud are one measure of how extensive it was. There are definitely indications of widespread fraud, but it's impossible to estimate right now what the full extent will be. Wow. Michael Horowitz, the Justice Department Inspector General, who chairs the Pandemic Response Accountability Committee, told lawmakers the amount of fraud and misspent funds is clearly in the tens of billions of dollars. So while that woman said billions and I thought she misspoke, apparently she wasn't. That's fucking crazy, you guys. How crazy is that? It wouldn't surprise me if it exceeds ultimately more than 100 billion, but we have so much work to do, Horowitz said, so we're going to be counting and figuring this out for years to come. Right? Like, they're never gonna know. How are they ever gonna track all of that? There's just no way. We're going to go after every penny we can, right? And we're talking about billions. 100 billion fucking dollars, you guys. 100 billion. 100 billion. Dude, it just sounds insane to me. $100 billion, dude. Needs all that money to support their helium addiction. Right, so some 20 inspectors general work collaboratively to investigate pandemic relief spending. Wow. For example, this week, the committee issued a fraud alert regarding the use of a questionable social security numbers to obtain $5.4 billion in pandemic-related loans and grants. Billion. Holy shit. He said a team of data scientists compared tens of millions of applications with data the Social Security Administration to see they fully match the SSA's records. Over 69,000 didn't. To prevent fraud during future emergencies, Horowitz recommended that Congress permanently fund the committee's data analytics center. He said the recent fraud alert identifying potentially $5.4 billion in fraud is 360 times the annual cost of operating such a platform, so the return on investment for taxpayers is clear. What? One of the biggest factors in the COVID fraud that occurred was the need to get dollars out to people and businesses as quickly as possible. Horowitz said it is critical that agencies assess applicant eligibility before payments are sent out, but the SBA allowed entities applying for Paycheck Protection Program to self-certify they were eligible. He said that resulted in $3.6 billion going out to some 57,000 applicants on the federal government's do not pay list. What? I mean, this is the typical sort of incompetence and gross negligence, gross mismanagement that you can expect from a government. I mean, this is how it goes. They don't care about doing anything right or actually helping people. They just care about robbing everybody and then throwing out a few breadcrumbs to some people, and then billions go missing. Billions. Billions. I mean, it's like, I feel like Carl Sagan when he's talking about how many stars are in the universe, like, right? Like, billions and billions and billions, right? Billions, dude. These are ridiculous numbers. Fucking ridiculous numbers, right? $1 billion. That's about $350 million a day for a year. Jeez. I wonder if that video of them blowing one up on Montana first day was real. Then a few more came down into the range. I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying, Big Pine. Like, It was weird. It was really weird because that video came out and then Montana was like, nope, nothing happened over here. Nothing to see over here, right? Like they just straight up deny it. So then what is that lady recording? And then when you see the video of them shooting it down shooting one down off the coast of Myrtle Beach, it looks the same. It looks the same. It looks like the same thing is happening. So it makes you wonder, like, what are they doing? There's like so much smoke screen going up. You know? I'm more with my first thought that it's NASA low-flying balloon that they're desperately trying to cover up. It could be. Hey, commercial sound and video. Good to see you. I always enjoy Monday coffee talk. Coffee talk. Coffee talk. Stu called you and had you flat smack his buddy he was out to dinner with the other night. Stu Peters? I don't like Stu Peters. Oh, you guys like that guy? Oh, I don't like that guy. Stu Peters is the guy who put out who was pushing those misdirection documentaries about COVIDs. Remember the Watch the Water one? And then the other one that just came out too, the Died Suddenly, where they use all this video of people who it had nothing to do with COVIDs. I mean, whatever. I mean, I like it that he's got a big platform and it will get people thinking about flat earth, which I get it, that's good. But I don't trust that dude. I don't trust that dude for nothing. Nothing. You can't feed the homeless, but you can give them needles and crack pipes for their addictions. Oh my god, that's so true. By the way, my phones are open. 848-222-2480 if anybody wants to call. I know you hate him. I don't hate him. I don't hate anybody, really. I don't have the energy to hate people. There's only one person that I could say that I actually maybe even come close to hating, and it's nobody that's involved with Flat Earth, okay? I don't hate him, I just don't trust him. I think he's a showman, he's a sensationalist, and he does stuff for clicks and views, and he's motivated by clicks, views, and money, and more than truth. That's what I'll just say. Yeah, he focuses on politics, so that backs up the whole illusion of the left-right paradigm and politicians giving any sort of shit about any of us, which they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's diet woke. The drama with the Biden son. Oh my god, dude. Clown world, 100%. There is so much crap that goes on that comes from the government and the politicians, and it's like so blatant that they are all of them are just giant, smelly piles of doo-doo. Walking around, stealing our air. Yeah, so anyway, I was banned indefinitely after I liked a post about January 6th on January 6th. Huh. False flag, China. They don't call it the scam-demic for nothing. Exactly, Carrie. Exactly. Exactly. Scamdemic. I mean, just, you know, you don't think they printed all those trillions of dollars to let us have it? No. No. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey, Karen, Run Boston Bear, checking in.
Hey, how's it going?
Just relaxing. I've got to change and go on a 20-mile run in just a second, so it won't be a long call. But, yeah, it's all a clown show.
Yes. Yeah. So what do you think about that whole fraud with all the billions of dollars? $100 billion. Do you think that's the distraction that the balloon is trying to cover up? Maybe.
I think really at this point, it's like, I think the main goal and agenda is to get every single human being to wake up to the fact that the current system in place is not working. I think it's a big Hegelian dialectic I don't think they care if we know if it's flat or globe. Not really. Deep down, if we know about all the corruptions, know about all the deceptions, know about fake history, dinosaurs, and all the other things that we can't talk about on YouTube, it just makes people say, this is messed up. It's all messed up. And then when they offer the solution, the blockchain, new currency, and the one world peaceful religion, and we just need a one world government, people are going to be like, yeah, they're going to be cheering for it, and they're going to get what they really want. That's what I think. It's just everything that's going on is just insanity to make people kind of itching for a change.
Possibly. And then yeah, I mean, I think they do that a lot. They try to create chaos so that they can get the order that they want from the chaos that they create.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the money stuff, that's just printed, fictitious, it's just, they spent all this money. It's like, no, that's not even a real narrative. But I'm just guessing. I mean, I could be dead wrong. I could be dead right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did create this whole thing, right? All these programs, everybody was getting paid to stay home. I mean, it was a huge, huge cluster F.
Right.
And I think it's even bigger than even they thought. Bigger of a mess than they thought, maybe. And now they're trying to cover it up.
Yeah. 100%. I've talked to you before about when, I've only been awake for like 10 or 11 months, and I went into anxiety mode. Like, I was freaking out. All the deceptions were falling so fast, and so much was coming into my life that was like, what in the world? How does this make any sense? And I couldn't talk to, like, if you try to talk to a normie about what you're learning, they just think you're the crackpot. And it's like, man, you're kind of stuck in this anxiety cycle. But then you realize that truthers and people that want to know the truth, want to be genuine, want to be sincere, not drama, not hate, not racism, they don't, the truthers don't want ultimate power. They just want the truth. And so there's freedom in that, and I started building relationships with some truthers and talking, and Telegram's awesome. And I'm realizing that love and light and all the fruits of the Spirit, if you let those grow and you breathe deeper and you eat clean food and you don't worry about the drama, pop down the rabbit hole, sure. Learn truth, sure. But if your main focus daily is your own health, body, mind, and spirit, then none of that drama can touch you. None of it can affect you. So that's where I'm at. It's a lot better place.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with that. So you're going on a run?
20-miler.
That's a long run, dude.
Yeah. Boston's coming up in April. It's going to be my 11th Boston in a row, and I got to get ready.
Oh, awesome. Right on.
Yeah. So I got a question for you before I go,
Okay.
and I kind of feel bad about it. It's coming out that Brenda and McToon are the same person. Like, I don't know how many of y'all know that, but I feel bad because I don't want anybody to make fun of McBrenda. Because
Wait.
as
Who's
a
saying
person,
that
the
Brenda
feeling-
and McToon are the same person?
I mean, you can figure it out.
I don't think
It's
so.
obvious if you watch the after show on Modern Day Debate when Whitsitt talked to Dell. There was an after show on the Atheist Edge channel. You'll have to just go to Atheist Edge and find it, MDD after show. And actually, Whitsitt and Dell had a better interaction, and it was the after show was better than the debate. It was fantastic. But Brenda came on, and there was a bunch of drama, and then Brenda dropped out of the call and immediately popped in McToon. And you could just see on McToon's face, it was like he was blushing, and it was kind of funny, and you can tell everybody knew what was up. And Austin even called McToon or Brenda a he at one point at the very end, and that's when people started to kind of see through the little fake voice and the drama. And then on Flat Earth Chronicles, Flat Earth and Coffee is coming up. Pretty awesome channel, Talking Truth. Flat Earth and Coffee had like a 6-hour stream with Curtis Mercer, and Brenda popped on there and actually said that Brenda was transgender. Brenda was saying, "I am transgender."
Yeah,
but I'm
she's
not gonna
admitted
show my
that for
face on
years.
camera.
Brenda's been admitted for years
Yeah.
that she's transgender. Like before, that's
Right.
from Discord. Like Brenda, I knew who Brenda was from Discord years ago. That was one of the people who would always show up.
Right. But it's McToon.
Right. Yeah, you know what? I don't think so. I just don't think so. I mean, I
don't
guess
know.
I don't
That could
know
be-
and I can't prove it, but the reason I don't think so is just because I'm so familiar with these characters and I've been around them for years. Like Brenda, I hate to admit it, but I've known of Brenda and have had interactions with her on and off, him, her, whatever, for like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And then McToon came
Okay.
out, and
Yeah.
and the reason that I don't think it's the difference is because I'm very familiar with Brenda and her debating style, and McToon and Brenda they have different cadences, they have different debate styles. It just doesn't resonate with me personally. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so new into it that, you could just chalk it up to new truther, new to Flat Earth, and got the wrong feeling or vibe. But, I mean, it's been kind of in the comments, and people were talking about cadence and rhythm, and I don't know. It's just something to look into.
I mean, I guess I
Even
don't
if
know
it's
for sure, but
not
and then
true.
then pictures of Brenda had come out, like she's been doxxed, and
Oh, really?
yeah, and it doesn't look like McToon, but ironically, it does look like the way Brenda sounds.
Right.
But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know either of them for sure in person, but just off the bat, based off my experiences with them, I would not think that, but that doesn't mean that it isn't so. I just don't think so.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm definitely not one to, want to slander or want to, say something that's not true. Like, all I want is the truth. It just seemed like that was something that's unraveling that either needs to get set straight or, more people need to analyze it.
Okay. Yeah. David says, okay, I'm out. I guess I would just love to see McGoon crash and burn. Well, yeah. I mean, all of these guys, they would have nothing without us. This is why I don't engage with them, because they only have content because people like us engage with them. And I just don't want to contribute to that.
Yeah.
It doesn't do me any good. It only benefits them. It doesn't benefit me.
Right.
Anyway, that's just my opinion.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a channel. I can't remember the guy's name. He's got some really good videos. Shoot, because I was going to send y'all somewhere just for like voice analysis, or you just to see. I'll just post it in the chat if I see it. Like, oh, listen to this one. See what you think. Because what was weird about this one I recently heard. Oh man, McToon was just sounding very Brenda-ish, like really, really Brenda-ish in McToon's skit with this guy. Oh yeah, Flat Out Truth, Terry Eichart or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
On his channel, he had something that was talking about McToon getting all frustrated, and that video right there, I was like, oh my gosh, that's when it clicked in my head, like, oh my gosh, they're the same person. But my ears may have been, biased. If you're biased and you think that's maybe the way it is, it may not be.
I mean, McToon does have a feminine sounding voice.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little soft.
It was 10 days ago, striking a nerve. If you watch that video on Flat Out Truth, Terry Eichart, and just listen to the voice, striking a nerve, that's the one to listen to and be like, huh.
All right.
But anyway, I don't want to take up time with drama, and I'm going to head out. But I appreciate all you do on your channel. You're a legend, and keep it up because you're bringing people to the truth.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Definitely.
All right. Have a good run.
Yeah. Keep rocking. See y'all later.
All right. Later. David, I'm trying not to go there. David, oh my gosh. Stefan from the Deftones was like, I was watching this channel and then it got taken down. That guy had some good stuff, and it was that guy, and I was like, I'm trying to just not go. I know too much about people sometimes. Like all of the little like sordid, behind the scenes, like things that go on. Somehow I end up knowing about a lot of them. And then I know too much. And everybody's like, oh, so-and-so is such a great person, blah, blah, this. And I'm just like, don't make me talk about that person. I'm trying to not go there. I'm trying to, follow my own advice and not go into the drama. Toon still uses baby wipes to clean his bottom. I know too much about Rose, I'm telling you. I know too much about people. I know too much about people. Seriously. And I don't want to be like, every time somebody brings something up, and they're just trying to find out information. Oh, did you know about all this horrible stuff? No. I gotta be good and not pass the trash. Don't pass the trash. Anyway, what were we talking about? I know, right? Don't tell me I don't want to know. I know, I get like that too. Like when something goes down, I'm like, well, what happened? Do I even want to know? Maybe I don't want to know. I think it's better if I just don't know. I'm at that point. Like, I just don't want to know what's going on between some of you people. Just. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, listen. I need to take a little break. I need a warm up on my coffee, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. And we're back. Are you still here? Did you leave? Oh my goodness. You were watching the 9/11 anniversary with Karen and Brian? Oh yeah. Go to 1 hour 45 minutes on the after show on Atheist Edge MDD after show. And the strange Brenda to McToon switch. Hi Rose, by the way, it's good to see you. Feel free to call in if you want. My phones are open. 848-222-2480. Yes. Yeah, that's right. Brian did a great show with OBL last night. If you guys missed it, I'm sure he'll premiere it. Buying a couple cups of Joe for the drama if I'm wrong. Oh, cheers, Run Boston Bear. It's okay. And you know what? Don't feel bad about it because it's just a couple of stupid globies. And we don't care about their feelings, right? So it's okay. It's okay. Now, it's like, if you were calling and being like, this flat earth or that, and that flat earth or this, then I would be like, bro, what are you doing? I don't care if you say something bad about globy trolls. Okay? Screw them. And who cares if they are the same person or they aren't? Maybe they are. Maybe McToon dresses like a woman. You know what? I can't rule it out. And, like I said, he's a little soft. He's a little feminine. Maybe he is. Oh, it's 11:11. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11. Spirits listening. 11, 11. New resonate. Beginning. Reflect. Visualize. Opportunity. 11, 11. Spirit listens. Knows more than we do. Visions manifest. In mind. Manifest your reality. Infinite abundance. Alright. And we're back. Globies are direct descendants of monkeys. Ask them. That's funny. That's funny, MFT. That's funny. Brian says, I don't think they are the same person, but I wouldn't be surprised if McToon wears a dress. Exactly! He may be onto something here. He may be onto something. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey, Karen.
Howdy.
So I've called in a couple times before, but it's been a little bit. And then you were just talking about how, like, you know too much about these round weirdos, the people that always hop into all the flat earth stuff. Like, I never heard of that MC Tune or anything, really. I just know all you guys. I know all the good people. So I work at, like, a park, and I'm a maintenance worker, and I've been thinking about this ever since it happened. Like, being that, like, I work in a park, I show up before the park's open, and I try to kick out any bums that are around, sleeping in the park.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day there was a dude who went to high school with me. I kind of knew him, but he was, like, down at the skate park, and, like, I woke him up, and he had a bunch of stuff with him, so I could already kind of tell he was, like, homeless or whatever, quote unquote. But his shirt he was wearing said, Round Earth Shill. And then it showed, like, dollar signs or something. So I just found it, like, really weird. So I go, hey, bro, what's up with your shirt? And then he goes, oh, it's just like someone on YouTube. And then I go, dude, are you flat? And then he goes, like,
oh no, what? No, like I don't think the Earth is flat. I think it's round. And I go, oh, okay, dude, I totally think it's flat. Like I'm on team flat, and it just totally stunned him, you know. So I haven't seen him come back or nothing. But any idea who that round Earth shill shirt is sold by? One of those losers?
Yeah, that would be Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah, could be.
No, there's a picture.
I just found it so weird that the dude is wearing that shirt. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the picture, but there is a picture of Joe Rogan wearing that shirt. Yeah, actually, when I search it, he comes up. Well, I'm pretty sure that was where it came from.
Yeah, but I'm positive that's what it said. And then, like, I woke him up, and he was probably on the blues or whatever, you know, not living a good life. But then he's repping some stupid shirt. So I hit him with a quick flat smack just to wake him up, you know, and he hasn't came back around.
Interesting. I found it on Amazon. You can buy the Round Earth Shill shirt on Amazon.
There's nothing I'd be getting.
No.
I did get are you doing the summit that they're putting on, this next one?
Possibly. The Equinox one?
Yeah, I haven't heard much on it. I just heard a little bit last week on Jaren's call-in show about it. But I know you were maybe saying you were going to possibly do something, so just wondering.
Yeah, possibly. I think he wanted me to do something about homeschooling, so I might do something about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just, you know, life's going good. I'm over here in Scottsdale, Arizona, you know, so we got like the Super Bowl right around here. It's gonna be cool. I'm going out with 2 flat earthers to the Waste Management and like another conspiracy guy that I know through like tinfoil hat. So my weekend's gonna be awesome. I just got to get through this work week.
Well, that's fantastic. Great. Actually, I don't know how close you are.
I'm really looking forward to it.
How close is that to Tucson?
It's like 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
And I know, like, we've done, ever since, like, the messaging got set up on the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac clock app, we started doing the messaging feature, and we got a little group here, like, not Tucson, but kind of Scottsdale area. And then, like, we got, like, a messaging group and everything, just we haven't done a meetup, I think, since beginning of December, and people started to be kind of flaky, you know, so.
Yeah.
But we have met some Tucson people. They've came up. They seem like more of an established flat group. We're just a little rookie one.
Yeah, that's cool. Right on. Yeah, if you guys want to do...
along. I mean, this next year is going to be even better.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, if you guys want to start doing meetups, you can email me, and I post meetups for free on my website. So if you email me at flatearthfestivals.com, and then I can post it for you, and then you can try to get more people there too.
I gotcha. Yeah, I've heard you say the Tucson ones before, but I don't think I've heard one of ours or nothing. But like the best we had was like maybe 25, 30, you know, and it was just, it's weird because it's always different people. Like
That's
you think,
pretty good.
like, oh, it's going to be the same 10, 15, but no, it's always new people. It's like 3 of the same and then all new. Like each time we've done it.
That's really good.
Everyone's gotten kind of lazy around at Christmas time.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Well, if nobody tells me about it, I don't list it. But if you guys remember to email me, I will put it on the website for you.
Gotcha.
All right. Awesome.
Okay, well, yeah, I didn't have much to say. So thanks for taking my call, Karen.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Oops. Homeschooling is hard when your child is dumb. Good thing these books come with the answer keys in the back. MFT, that's why you conspiracy music guru. Hi, sorry I'm late. The cat ate my homework. Yes, how dare you? How dare you? Hi, Joelle. It's so good to see you, Joelle Lynn. You want some dirt on me? I'm hopelessly addicted to Monster Coffee energy drinks. Oh, you know what? MFT, Ted has a similar addiction, but I don't think he, sometimes he does Monster drinks, but he drinks those energy drinks too. Like instead of coffee for caffeine like I drink, he's drinking those drinks. He calls him liquid crack. I actually used to be a Globie. I know, hard to believe being as cool as I am now. It's funny, David. That's a Joe Rogan shirt. Yeah, yeah, Griff says so too. It is a Joe Rogan. I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan is the guy who made that shirt popular. If anybody is doubting McToon, hit up Effed Up World. That's his homeboy. Is Effed Up World here this morning? Haven't seen him in chat. By the way, you guys, seeing Conspiracy Music Guru in here has reminded me that Rose and I finally got our project up and running. One that we were trying, because, you know, we're both so busy and we were trying so hard to get together to start creating this thing that we've been wanting to do. And so I'm going to play for you this promo I made for our new project. The theme song is by Conspiracy Music Guru. And these episodes are being released to supporters. It's an extra project. If you don't, if you're not subscribed to Rockfin, if you're not a channel member, or if you're not on my Patreon, you probably won't get access to this. It's a special project that I wanted to release for people who are regular supporters. So it's there. I will still be, continuing to create all of the regular free content that is blasted out all over all the platforms all together. But, for a while, I've been having people subscribe to my channel and my Patreon, and I'm so busy that I very rarely do special things for my supporters like that, and I don't really have a ton of subscribers to do subscriber only streams really yet, although I'm open to it. But I thought this was a great way for us to do a side project, have some extra content out there for our supporters. We've only got one episode so far, and we'll be having much more. And yeah, so I'm going to play my little promo for you guys. I hope you like it. There you go. Yeah, buddy. That's fire. That's fire right there. How dare these people interrupt me? Well, I don't know if it's 440 because Conspiracy Music Guru did it, so that might actually be in 432. If he's in the chat, he can tell you. I think he made it in 432. I'm sorry, mental pancakes, that you do not like, but I am a metalhead, and I like metal, and I love it. I love it. Which is why I'm a Deftones fan. Which is why I was so happy when I found out that the guitar player from Deftones was a flat earther. I was like, yes, yes. I love it. See, it is 432, right? Yeah, exactly. Metal is life, right? I love it. And you know what? How like there's been that discussion where it's like that 440 gives music that punch. I feel like that with 432 has lots of punch. I feel like it's very punchy at 432. Maybe it's just because CMG is like super talented and he knows what's up. Metal is the law is not metal. Yeah, so anyway, there you go. If you're a channel member, if you want to subscribe to be a channel member on YouTube, I'm releasing it to all levels of channel membership. Also, if you're already signed up on Rockfin, a subscriber to Rockfin, you'll get the episodes on Rockfin. Or if you're on my Patreon, I have been sending it to the Patreons as well. So you won't miss it. You won't miss the episodes. And then once we get a few of them going, we've discussed releasing it as a podcast, which will probably happen in the future. But yeah, that's what's up. As long as there is power, there will be metal and crypto. Exactly. Have you heard Amon Amarth? I have not. I'm not really up on all the latest bands. Rose is definitely more up to date on the metal than I am. Destroyer of the universe. Good morrow. Dish Karen Dish. You know what? Annie D, she's saying dish in the Rockfin. You know, if you're a subscriber and you start listening to those Anarcho Verotistas episodes, you might hear a little bit of dish from Rose and I. You know, because sometimes we start talking about stuff where we're like, probably not something we would talk about normally to like everybody. Well, you have to send me a link. I know, I like Twin Serpent too, but they don't make any more music. Or at least I haven't seen them making any more music, and I tried to contact them years ago to come back to do another event because I wanted to give them a nice audience because they played the first event and like nobody watched them and I felt horrible. And so I was like, okay, I need to get them in front of a real audience. And so I was trying to do that, and then they just never responded, and I haven't seen them put out any new music, and I'm really sad because I loved Twin Serpent and their sound and what they made. They were beautiful. They made awesome music. Awesome. Yeah, Cammy says old. I know. So anyway, that's what's up. All right, well, I meant like in the other chat because I'm not going to play it now. I can't play it on, oh. Okay. Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to the rebellion. Join the rebellion. That's where I go when I get banned off YouTube, although I haven't been banned here recently. So poison. What's poison? Okay, let me go back in my chat here. By the way, if you guys haven't noticed, FE Core has died. We'll have to make a formal announcement on it soon, but we did end up closing FE Core out. FE Core is no more. No more field experiments. Well, I won't say there's no more field experiments. It just won't be done as FE Core. Because once COVID hit, once the whole COVID thing took over, and basically all of the members were in different parts of the plane, right? Like we're all over the place. Some are in, different countries in Europe. Some of us are in the US. Some of us were in South America. So, how do you even have a show on YouTube? I can't control myself enough to stream here. Honestly, Rose, I just hope they don't get me. Maybe I don't know. It's because I pick up, topics beforehand. I don't know. No, so we are going to be, we do still have, okay. It's just that the company itself, like, it just broke down, right? Like, it killed travel. I mean, most of the stuff that we were doing, we needed to do international travel. And so it killed international travel. One guy, is, I don't know. It just became impossible to keep up. So we had to just shut it down. Hey, there's Bob. Hi, Bob. How you doing, Bob? COVID killed it. COVID killed it. So, medical misinformation. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Oh, thanks for picking me up. This is Dave from Wisconsin. I called back earlier. This may sound really stupid, but I am ignorant. You're into it, so I really would like to know. I want to check it off the list. What is 1111? Please. Thanks for putting up with me.
Oh, 1111. It's just, what do they call it? Like an angel number. Some people refer to it as an angel number. Some people think of it as it's like a synchronicity. I don't know. Here, let me see what it says about 1111. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like, I always see these repeater numbers on the clock. It's not just 1111. I'll see 111, 222, 333, 444, 555, or 1010. I always see that. And I don't really know what it is, other than it just feels like a synchronicity to me, or it's maybe the universe sort of telling you you're on the right path, or that you're I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, to be honest with you. Let's see what it says here.
Oh, I don't feel so ignorant now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll check it out. Again, Karen, thanks for putting up with me.
Okay.
Talk to you again sometime.
You're welcome. Bye. Yeah, some people call it a guardian angel number. Significance of an 1111. The guardian angels give you a precise meaning to the mirror hour 1111. They indicate that you should concentrate on positive aspects of your life. Sometimes it can tell you, you know, maybe what you're thinking about will manifest, or, you know, what you're thinking about that time when you see it, you know, it's like a validation. 11 is also a master number. So like if you look at 11 in numerology, 11 and 22 are master numbers. 11 in numerology. Master number 11 meaning in numerology. There are only 3 master numbers in numerology, double-digit numbers that hold a tremendous amount of power and meaning, along with 22 and 33. 11 is one of these master numbers. So 11, 22, and 33 are considered master numbers in numerology, and 11 is one of those numbers. So, and then the dual 11, which obviously is also, you know, 11 is 22. The most remarkable characteristic of the master number 11 is its connection to a higher source of wisdom. It is intuitive to the point of being psychic, channeling its knowledge and meaning from a spiritual source, but the master numbers have a responsibility, and it's numbers 11's duty to use this gift of awareness to deliver cosmic truths that encourage humanity. All master numbers are a higher vibration of their single-digit counterpart. In the 11th case, the number is 2. This means the 11 carries many of the same traits as the number 2, such as harmony, empathy, sensitivity, but it fills them and utilizes them in much deeper, profound ways. It is also important to remember that the 11 is comprised of 2 ones side by side and therefore carries some attributes of the number 1 as well. It is innovative and motivated, open to new things, and eager to make a difference. The contrasting energies of the numbers 1 and 2 join together in the master number 11 to make it a creative leader, active listener, and compassionate advisor. I also like the number 11 because if in numerology, my life path, when I reduce the numbers down, my life path is an 11, or it's a 2, which it's an 11, which reduces down to 2. So life path 11/2. Number 11 is at one with the universe. It is open to vast spiritual concepts and the presence of greater power, channel for truth and answers to reach us and help us on our way. The master number's vision is crystal clear and it sees with a breadth that others cannot. It is creative, magnetic, a beacon of wisdom and hope for others to follow. The number 11 may come up in many times in our lives, and it always a message of connecting with our inner wisdom. If we are seeing repeating 11s everywhere we turn, we'd be wise to pay attention to our subconscious. There's some insight we may be missing. However, numerology's master numbers are very powerful, and simply seeing 1111 on the clock or noticing the date 1111 does not necessarily mean we are experiencing a profound moment. It is when the 11 is a constant presence in our lives, like a life path number, that we must truly embrace its meaning and potential. So I guess they're telling you not to get too superstitious about it, but there is something to numerology. A lot of people like to talk about numerology and look things up in numerology because there is something to it. Right? Speaking of numbers. 1111. 1133 I see in the chat. Transformation, Karen B. Numerology, also changing of cycles. Right. Twin flames. A witch spell. I see so many 444-222-555. Yeah. I also always see like 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the first number that I would see repeatedly. I'm into numerology and gematria so much. To help Austin out? What are you guys talking about? Is there something Austin is trying to... What's going on? Is there something I don't know about? Tell me. But when I was in Owen Benjamin's chat one day and he said would ban anyone who mentioned gematria. Yeah, probably was talking about people who go too far with it, like Zach Hubbard. Like that guy is like over the top with his gematria. Way too far. Also, 11 is like the pillars. I don't know. It's just a cool number. And I like that I see it all the time without even trying. Witsit main channel was struck down for now. Oh. Oh. So he'll be, what, streaming on the activism channel? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Well, he should build a backup. He should make a backup channel. I mean, I guess he could just use activism channel, but... I know, it's stupid. Like, I even say, I'm like, screw backup channels and screw YouTube. Like, I get it. I get it. It sucks to try to have to rebuild it from scratch again. I mean, and you'll never get it, you know, to the same place. Or at least it will be much harder to do it. Yeah. 1 week. Oh, that's not too bad. 1 week is not too bad. The climate video. It's only on Rockfin. BitChute is like, yeah, I started to use BitChute, but it was like so difficult to it was so difficult to get videos uploaded. It always crapped out, and then I would have to start over again. And I don't know. I just wasn't excited about the user interface of BitChute and kind of didn't keep up with it because when stuff becomes like too big of a pain in the butt, or it just doesn't work right, or it's always crapping out on you, I just don't feel the need to continue, you know, with that. One other thing I wanted to like point it out, the other day, like at some point this week, I went in my phone into the search engine and I typed new variant and like 6 things came up. New variant, remember we've got the XBB one. Let's see, what else? It's already giving me a different search. Oh, Omicron, subvariant XBB and XBB 1.5. And then what else was the new variant? It was some Greek god name. Or did they give up on it because it wasn't catching on? CDC tracking new potentially dangerous COVID variant, Orthrus. CH1.1. So there's Omicron, Orthrus. Look here. That's what it looks like. Believe it? Do you believe it? Are you scared?
Medical reporter Liz Bonish.
Are you scared? The air is lava. The air is lava. Look at it. Look, they use the same cartoon and they just keep calling it different things. The same freaking cartoon for all their stupid variants. Then what was the other one? I know I still haven't found them all because there was even more than that. Which one was the other one? New variant spreading. This is 4 days ago. Is this Orthrus 2? XBB. Oh no, this one's about XBB. See, they can't even decide. This is 4 days ago. They can't even decide which variant they want to incriminate in their articles. Okay, so that one's XBB. And what else? Variant 3. No. Orthrus. Orthrus. So let's see, what's the name of this? So they like to use these Greek names. It's all Greek shit, right? It's like Omicron, Delta, what was it? Kraken. Oh, then there's the Kraken, right? That's the other one. 4 days ago, Kraken. Okay, so this place is talking about the Kraken, and then the other place is talking about Orthrus, and then the other one's talking about XBB, and the other one talking about something else. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's all, and like all of it. I mean, you know, you know what's up. Remember when we smoked blunts in person together but didn't get sick in 2020? Exactly. Oh, gross. The new Jimmy Fallon song about the new variant. Oh my god. That guy's always making stupid songs. He's such a statist cuck. Such a cuck. Runny nose. Long COVID. The Kraken was Norse. Yeah. But it's so ridiculous, though. The point is, they have like 8 million variants that they want you to be afraid of. Which is why I created this shirt. It says, "The air is lava." There you go. You want to play the game? This is your uniform to play the game. The air is lava. That's why I made that shirt. Because the air is lava. I mean, they want you to think everything is coming out to kill you. Really, that's what it all comes down to. They want you to think that everything, everywhere, is trying to kill you. Yes. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey, good morning, Karen. How are you on this wonderful morning?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Thank you for reminding me that the air is lava, because when I leave the home today, I have to make sure that I'm very safe from that lava air, because it's sneaky. It'll sneak around the corner, around trees, around blades of grass, everywhere. We all have to be vigilant in these trying times. You understand, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's almost scary to leave the home nowadays, Karen.
Yes. Yes.
There's balloons everywhere, lava everywhere. I don't know how people make it in these times.
I don't either. I don't. Maybe we need to go back underground.
But, that's an idea. That's a definite idea. I mean, it's, you know, like the armadillos here in Texas, they love living underground. So, you know, we could dig little tunnels in underground.
That'd be fantastic. Probably be the best for us. No airflow, no sunshine.
Exactly. I mean, that's because, you know, I've been telling you about your man, Ted. I mean, the guy's looking sickly ill. I mean, he's got like definition in his stomach.
he probably gets outside and does stuff in the sun and things, and probably exercises. I mean, you got to get him off that. You mean, you get him into McDonald's, get him drinking some Coca-Cola, some energy drinks, and he'll be a new man.
Absolutely.
Well, I was calling to let you know I had an interesting talk with a client of mine who also does a lot of work in the aerospace industry and did a lot of work with the wonderful bird that the Air Force used to call the Blackbird, the SR-71.
Yes.
And we got to chatting, and he let me know that I said, okay, well, what is, you've had working on that bird. I said, what is the actual top speed of it? And he goes, well, on paper, it's, I think 6.6, Mach 6.6. He goes, but they're not disclosing, we're not allowed to disclose the actual speed that thing's made it up to. He just goes, needless to say, it's moving. And he goes, they had to make it to where when it gets up to that speed with the scramjets, it's basically being flown by the computer, because the maneuvering on it has to be so minute, just because a little bit of movement too far one way or the other is just going to, throw you way off course or tear the bird apart.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where it got interesting. He goes, yeah, they have to do that because the plane has to keep nudging its nose down to not go out into space.
What?
And I said, so I know. I asked, instead of just going, are you crazy? I ask questions. And I love to watch it fall apart when you just start asking simple questions. I said, so let me get this straight. That bird's flying along, and so it doesn't go into space, it has to keep tilting the nose down. He goes, yeah, because it's going, all that times the speed of sound, and the fact that it's 70,000 feet up in the air is, if it didn't tilt down, it would go out into space. And I said, okay, that's interesting. I said, well, I have another question for you. How come our airplanes that we fly to, go from here to California or something, don't have to keep tilting their nose down when they fly? And he stopped, and you just saw the gears in his head start turning. And he goes, well, it's because they're not as high. Oh.
Right.
So, yeah, I said, so because they're not as high, it doesn't have to, well, and it's not going that fast. Oh.
Okay.
So that's some very scientific answers here. I hope I've done my due diligence for the show today, Miss Karen, to let everybody know that we do live on a magical ball. And this is to let your good friend Mr. Stavely know that the reason the airplanes that we fly on, that Brian flies on maskless during the mass times, they don't tilt their nose down because they're not that high up like the SR-71, and they're not going near as fast as the SR-71.
Okay.
I hope you understand my sarcasm, what I just stated there.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
But I find it more fun now is instead of just going in and start just blatantly showing people where they're insane on what they're saying, I just keep asking questions, and you literally see them start going. You can see them starting to have problems trying to put the stuff together. It's almost comical.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
And the guy's not an idiot. The guy's a very intelligent person. I mean, he's not just a dummy. I mean, very intelligent, does very well in his life. But it's funny when I threw those couple questions out, the look on his face and the gears just started to move. It's rather comical.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, most people aren't stupid, just like us. Like, we all believed it for so long. It was just until somebody got that planted that seed for us to start asking those questions. And we didn't accept BS answers, you know?
I mean, it's a good thing, and I'm glad. You know, I found groups like this to where there's people that we actually use real science the way we're supposed to use science. And the more I keep looking at what's going on in this place today, I'm like, none of this stuff they do is science anymore. It's all pseudoscience bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right. Right.
Got to make sure to get your mostly safe and effective shots. You understand, right?
Yes, exactly.
You'll keep the lava air from getting you, Karen.
Yes. Don't worry, I'm gonna be triple masked soon. Oh my gosh. David's calling me.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta let you go. What are you doing?
Brought to you by Pfizer. Oh, I'm sorry.
You talking to me?
Yes. Did you mean to call me?
It's because I did. I can't call in on the phone number.
Oh, why?
It doesn't work here. I don't know why.
What? Where? In Mexico? Are you still in Mexico?
Yeah, I'm still in Mexico.
Oh.
Did I cut off the other caller?
Yeah, you cut off JM.
Sorry, JM. And Paige, as soon as she heard his voice, she goes, I love this caller. So, JM.
JM has a fan with me. I like what he calls.
Yeah.
I just thought of something. He was talking about the airplanes, you know, that the guy said that it has to nose down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So think about this. When you're in a car and you're on a perfectly circular track, slight circle, okay, no matter how big or how small it is, you turn the wheel and you just keep it there. If it's perfectly circular, you wouldn't need to straighten the wheel out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it just maintains that curve. Well, the curve of the Earth is supposedly equal. So when you first take off an airplane, you are flying over a level, you know, you're flying level. So when you get up to altitude and speed, do you push the yoke forward a little bit and then just keep it there? Because you would crash into the ground, as we all know.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Is level on an airplane? It couldn't be, because if you're flying slow or you're flying fast, level is the same level, right? But the faster you are, level would have to be lower. Lever would have to be pushed in the yoke forward to follow the curve, right? If you're going 1,000 miles an hour, you got to drop a mile a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So then that kind of like another impossibility, because if you're flying level, let's say you're flying at 200 miles an hour, airplanes can fly at 200 miles an hour, I think. And then you're level, and then you speed up to 550 miles an hour. Would you now have to push the yoke forward to maintain level? No, the answer is no, but on a globe, the answer would be yes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because you're covering the ground more and the curvature is coming up on you faster.
So level is now below level.
Right. But, and don't the planes, don't they fly with I remember reading that when they fly, they're not actually level, but the plane is like flying actually at like a 3-degree incline to maintain lift.
Well,
I don't know.
The planes are designed to need that little bit of lift. But forget that, you know, and depending on the speed of the plane, that little 3-degree would be different, you know, because planes are denser than the air and want to go down. So you have to, you know, set that level. But as you speed up, you would have to change that. You would have to nose down. I think there's something there.
Yeah, because if you're going faster, then yeah, I would think it would come up on you faster. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
But then they just tell you that gravity
and air
Velcroed.
pressure.
It's Velcroed to the surface.
Wait. So I heard a Glober say that gravity holds down the air, right? And then we say, well, how come it's not pulling down the trillions of pounds of clouds? And they're like, well, that's because all of the water particles are not connected. That's why they're floating, because they're just individual tiny water particles. So since when did a water particle of any size become less heavy? Or, I mean, how does it float? If it holds the air down, how does it not pull a water particle down? I don't care what size it is. It's heavier than gas, than air, right? Being a glober, you have to really stretch your imagination. It's so stupid.
It is stupid.
It's so stupid. So stupid.
Yeah.
What else?
I saw your "Are you a blue dot" thing.
I was watching.
You're co-opting your catchphrase.
Yeah, areyoubluedot.com. So I'm throwing that out there, because that brings you right to the same place. So, anyone that's going to tune in at 2:00 to my interview on this Spacey Space We Love Space channel, that call themselves very open minds, and I will agree they have some open minds, but with a lot of preconceived nonsense in there that they base their open minds on. Don't beat up the guy. He was nice. He did interrupt me a lot, and he would ask another question before hearing the answer before, but just throw in constructive, helpful information, because people will read it, and there will be a lot of trolls in there. So anyone that shows up, that would be great.
Yeah. Good.
All right. And the link is on the Flat Earth Podcast Facebook page. If you forget, it's also on the app under the interviews button. It's the top one there. And it's at 2 p.m. Eastern, so in 2 hours from now.
All right, cool.
All right. Sorry, JM. See ya.
All right, bye. Oh, JM's still on the line. I'll bring you back, JM. Hi, JM. Welcome back. Thanks for holding.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you. No, that was pretty much it, and what I wanted to bring up about the fact of the wonderful person on the nose going down.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
think Mr. Sargent really helped share how ignorant it is you just really have to get out there in left field to try to believe a magical spinning ball.
Yeah. Yeah. I was bringing up the Earth curve calculator because I was just curious how fast it would come up if you were flying. And so if you just do it from ground level, 500-mile drop, 500 miles, the drop would be 31.7 miles of curvature that you're missing. But then I went and I punched in the digits. Like, say, if you're 35,000 feet, target distance 500 miles, target missing height is 48,849, which divided by the number of miles, 5,280, or feet in miles, 5,280, gives you 9.25 miles. So not quite as drastic as that 31-mile drop from an airplane, but still 9.25 miles. So in 1 hour of flying in an airplane, you will have, if you don't adjust your, up or down, your altitude, if you were flying on a globe, it looks like if you started at 35,000 miles, which is what, about 5-6 miles, so then add 9.25 miles, you'd end up 15 miles up in 1 hour. So yeah,
there's no way.
No,
there's no way. I mean, people that are flying Cessnas and things like that, Cessnas don't go that fast. Well, still, you would still have. It would steadily, all of a sudden, you'd be looking at your altimeter, going, "How the hell did we get miles higher than we were?"
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wait, hang on. Let me break this out here. Let me get this out of the can. Okay, there we go. Let me just smear I got to spread some gravity on it. That fixed it.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to get the gravity out, Karen. You know, gravity. We spread that shit on everything. It makes everything okay.
Yes.
If you don't pay your taxes, blame it on gravity. Just tell the government, fucking gravity, man. God damn, what do you want me to do?
Exactly.
Sucked all the money right out of my wallet.
That's funny. All right, JM.
But hey, I want everybody to know that Trump is going to save us, right?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Or do we have a new hero? Do we have a new hero now?
As far as I know, I think they're still trying to pick a new one. I think they're testing him out in the media right now to see who people like the most, and that'll be the new hero. I think they're trying to decide between DeSantis and Trump right now.
Well, I know the media is pushing DeSantis, but, the Trumpers are like, no. We need our hero, Trumpy, and then we can bring DeSantis in after. You understand?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
But he's got to be a bad guy, though, somewhere. I mean, the Team Blue's got to be saying something. He's probably racist or sexist or homo or something, or he's got to be one of those things. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Alrighty, Karen. Well, we appreciate your good work as always, and definite shout out to Mr. Stabley for his fantastic show last night with One Big Love. That was definitely good. Love those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for calling.
Great bunch of guys you got in your backyard.
Absolutely. Very lucky.
Thank you, Karen.
All right.
Bye.
Talk to you later. All right. JM. Sasquatch saves. We don't need another hero. That's right, Cammy. We don't need another hero. Hey, what are the words to that song? Isn't that the Thunderdome song? Now I'm curious about the lyrics of that. Out of the ruins, out from the wreckage, can't make the same mistake this time. We are the children, the last generation. We are the ones they left behind. And I wonder when we are ever going to change it, living under the fear till nothing else remains. We don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is life beyond the Thunderdome. Whoa, dude. Looking for something we can rely on. There's got to be something better out there. Love and compassion, their day is coming. All else are castles built in the air. And I wonder when we are ever going to change it, living under fear till nothing else remains. All the children say, we don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is life beyond the Thunderdome. What do we do with our lives? We leave only a mark. Will our story shine like a life or end in the dark? Give it all or nothing. Huh. Interesting lyrics. All we want is life beyond the Thunderdome. Out of the ruins like mud flood Tartaria. Yeah, I'm not a Tartaria mud flood person. And I'm not even going to get started on that. Also, thank you for the tip on Rockfin, James Ritchie. Appreciate your support very much. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Hail, Ben. How are you doing, sir? Yeah, I am not. Plus, it's already noon, and I'm gonna have to wrap it up soon. I just don't want to go there right now. In fact, here, let me just do that. I'll just do this. There is one thing I can bring up. All right. There we go. I'm going to show you this link. I found this a while ago. This is a website called academia.edu, Tartaria, the Hidden Empire, by a person named David Vanderper, written in 2011, 2011, Tartaria, the Hidden Empire. 2011, you guys. Does anybody remember anybody talking about Tartaria in 2011? Let's see, shall we? 2011, Tartaria, originally pronounced Tataria without the first R, is the name of a pre-Mongolian empire that originated in northern Asia before spanning the entire northern hemisphere. Great Tartaria was the longest empire during its time and would have still been the largest empire today. The Tartarian Empire flourished due in part of the civilization being a leader in advanced technology, free energy, and grand architecture. Tartaria is also where the word Tartarus originated from. The denotation of lost souls spending eternity in Tartarus, the underworld, is due to the Tartarian Empire having been buried and wiped out during the mud flood. The world of the Tartarians is literally the world under our world, the underworld. Tartarus wasn't the underworld and will never be the underworld. Tartaria is the underworld. The religionists used the mud flood deluge and how it wiped out the Tartarian Empire to confuse the populace into thinking they would join those in the underworld if they challenged the religious authority. Who were Tartarians? The Tartarians, or the Tartars, were indigenous people, quite possibly founded by Noah's sons, making up the world-renowned Tartarian Empire. The Tartarians were a tall people, averaging some 8 to 12 feet in height. Oh, now they're giants. They would have been considered giants to our current average height of only around 6 feet. However, back then the height of 10 feet was average, like the civilians before them, whose heights averaged 12 feet, 50 feet, 2+ miles. I mean, listen to this bullshit. Each preceding civilization and average taller height than the civilizations coming after them, and each succeeding civilization an average shorter height than the civilizations preceding them. Statures are diminishing after each deluge, and with each new astrological age we enter. Civilizations in the current astrological age, the age of the Pisces, are shorter in height than the civilizations that existed in the astrological age of Aries, and will be taller in height than the civilizations that will exist in the astrological age of Aquarius. The Tartarians are thought to have been breatharians, a being who does not rely on the digestion and burning of calories from food and water, but instead rather receives energy straight from the ether. The ether is thought to be the very fabric of space-time continuum, and some would associate with electrons, wind, Holy Spirit, atmosphere, and the gases in the atmosphere such as oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, full abstract. Look at this, and look at this picture. This is from 2011, you guys. This is like, and then look at the other stuff this guy wrote. And it kills me, I think it's hilarious because like, all the people out now, they're all like acting like they made this shit up or they discovered it, but they didn't. They didn't. It was planted there by this guy. Hold on. What else does he have? Antiquitech. Tartaria's Antiquitech, electromagnetic heating and melting technology. 2016. Let me ask, for all of you guys who are all into, ahead of his time, Thomas Larson, or is it planted BS? Or is this them injecting this fantasy story into the consciousness on this website, academia.edu, which is not regulated? Like anybody can write anything on here and submit it, right? Who's the first person who said Antiquitech? Because I'm pretty sure that I see people talking about how they say that John Levi said Antiquitech first. Or was it Martin? Who said Antiquitech first? Because this guy's mentioning it in 2016. So, where did it come from? Let's see what else. Yeah, this is why I think that's why, because I was looking into this Tartaria stuff when it started to get all popular, and I came across this and I was like, what is this? This guy just makes up stories. He doesn't even have any references to back up anything that he says in any of his papers, right? Like that one I just showed you. Let's go back. Tartarians, thought to be breatharians. The Tartarians were masters of masonry, brickwork, steampunk-style technology, universally free energy, and grand architecture. Their Roman Gothic-style architecture can still be found in current guise as water ducts, city halls, banks, water stations, cathedrals, churches, hospitals, and similar public city works, blah, blah, blah. According to modern religionanity, what is this word? Religianity? Noah's flood, which is just a number of deluges, which is just as one of a number of deluges that have occurred during Earth's infinite past. Infinite past? Really? I don't think it's infinite. It is said to have occurred roughly 6,000 years ago under the anti-gravitic ice canopy that encapsulated an Apollonitic Earth. I mean, I swear it's like somebody went and read this guy's BS and then they just started disseminating it and just running with it ever since then. Then this guy, he's also contradicting himself, start talking about Sumerians 450,000 years ago. Blah, blah, blah. Let's pretend for a moment that we are Sumerians living 450,000 years ago. Noah's flood didn't occur till last year. Or 1,000 years ago, or even 6,000 years ago. Back then, Noah's flood was already a legend. When the Sumerian elders were passing down the knowledge of that particular deluge with the younger generation, the deluge was already a legend and occurred a very long time ago to them. I mean, we can also conclude through logical deduction of reasoning that particular set of ancient manuscripts found in the Western 66-book Bible were written at least 450,000 years ago. I mean, nothing to back up, no sources to show where he's getting this information from, just totally making up some fantasy story out of thin air. What is the mud flood? The epic mud flood is a term that is coined to the event which occurred only a few hundred years ago during the end of the reign of the Tartarian Empire. There is absolutely no documentation of a mud flood or any sort of cataclysmic flood happening in the last few hundred years. Think about like the Noah's flood or the world flood, the biblical flood, which is like you can find evidence of it being talked about in all of these different ancient texts throughout history, right? But is this guy trying to say that all of those aren't talking about the same thing? That they're all talking about different things? A mud flood here, a mud flood there, here a mud flood, there a mud flood, everywhere a mud flood. Like, there's no documentation to back up these multiple cataclysmic events happening, okay? And there's too much documentation that goes beyond or beyond, back further than when they say these deluge happened. I mean, you guys have to, put this through the filter of reality, as like I keep telling you. Like, when I went to Europe, I was in a town called Siena, Italy. It's a walled city. It's an ancient little city, Okay, the whole thing is surrounded by walls. It's like looks exactly as it did about 1,000 years ago, and there's a bank in that city that is still solvent. It's a 1,200-year-old bank, and it's still solvent. So if that bank has been solvent for 1,000 years, do you not think that somewhere they don't have record of this? And it's not the only place, too. There's a lot of other places that there are records of it existing far beyond these so-called mud flood cataclysmic events. I mean, it's ridiculous. So you can find buildings that have of any age only 100 years old and find them to be buried in mud. The windows and doors of the upper floors of buildings are quite often found to be at ground level and occasionally can even be found completely buried underneath the surface of the mud that covered the entire area. There's just no evidence for it. I mean, except for everybody going and looking at buildings where the basement windows at the ground level. And I actually have a theory. A very plausible theory as to that what could explain these buried cities, because there are some cities that did get flooded out completely and then they had to rebuild over them. But it's not a secret, right? Like they're not trying to hide it. It's well known. Like in Sacramento, I lived in Sacramento for a decade, Sacramento, California. Old Sacramento, the part that's called Old Sacramento isn't even the first Sacramento. Old Sacramento is built completely on top of the first Sacramento. There's like a whole city underground there, and it is not a secret. It's like they don't go, hush, don't talk about that. Like it's known. This is a known thing. And also Sacramento is like right there in the valley. It's on the lowest part of California. And think about this. Here's what I think happened. I think when everybody went and had their big move out west, and we started terraforming the land, because essentially over years, that's what happened, right? When people move out and they clear cut land and they turn it into farmland, or they cut down the trees and they use the trees for construction, you are literally terraforming the land, right? And these grasses, these trees, these things, these natural flora that are in place, keep all of the soil in place. They keep the ground in place. So when you go into like a place with the topography like California, and you go into a valley and you start clear cutting everything and you start chopping down all the trees and turning everything into farmland and grounding up the soil and ripping up the natural grasses, you loosen up all the dirt. Then you get these rains that come in, and all the dirt that you have loosened is going to go towards the lowest plane, right? It's going to go follow the path of least resistance, and it's going to take that loose dirt and all this stuff from us terraforming and changing the land to suit our modern, civilization needs. This loose dirt now over time comes flowing down and floods out the first cities that you built, because you are terraforming the land. Like it makes perfect sense to me, but everybody wants to go around and look and go, oh no, there was a mud flood and they didn't tell us and everything. I'm just like, you guys just want to make up some big fantasy story. Lots of buildings are mounted Oh, I got some callers. Okay. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey, this is Dennis. How's it going?
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
Pretty good. Let me, I got you. I was listening to you on YouTube also there. I turned it off. I just wanted to say, I sent you a book, but I could also say the stuff you're talking about. It's good to hear. What I was doing activity. I had things to do this morning. I just tuned in in the past half hour, but I just caught that when you said that in rebuking this stuff about Tartaria, you noted that civilization's not infinite in the past, which I totally agree, and it just caught my mind is the view that civilization or the world is infinite in the past or infinite in time is consonant or concomitant. It's related to the belief that matter is eternal, and which I would disagree with. Also, it's like in the Bible, it reminds me a conflicting view when Jesus said that heaven and earth will pass away. that they're not beginningless. They do have a beginning. They do have an end, and that the things that are, I should say, the things that are, I think it says in Hebrews, if I'm not mistaken, the things that are seen are made of things that are not seen. Anyway, I just wanted to mention I sent you and Mark Sargent within the past week a couple of books. I know he received his yesterday, 2 different books. I sent him one because I knew he'd be interested on it because he's talking about it all the time lately. Ed Dowd's book on the sudden death phenomenon that's been in the news lately. And it argues, obviously, that the vaccines are behind it. And it was just published like 6 weeks ago. I think it's already in the second printing. It's a bestseller on Amazon. And he received it yesterday, so he'll probably mention it tomorrow night on Strange World. The book I sent you, I think I sent you a long time ago, a couple of years ago, or a year and a half ago, a book by Peter Breggin, the psychiatrist, who's actually he's a leader in the movement since the 1960s of debunking psychiatry. But he wrote the most, in my opinion, the most thoroughgoing, the best book I've seen about the coronavirus phenomenon. And I sent that to you. I sent a copy to Mark Sargent, each of you, a couple of years ago. But what he's known for is psychiatry. And the most comprehensive book he wrote on that, he's got like maybe 20 books about it. It's called Toxic Psychiatry. And I remember I mentioned it at the time a couple of years ago on the air and on Strange World. And you had mentioned that would be interesting to know about. So it took me a while, but I finally I sent you a copy, so you should receive it at the P.O. box within I think by February 13th, or that's when it's expected by at any rate.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's all I got.
All right, Dennis. Cool. Thank you.
Could I got one question before I let you go? I know and forgive me because I like your shows and like your stuff and all. I just I've been so busy. I work 70 hours a week. I haven't had a lot of time. So you may have had this question multiple times. So forgive me if this sounds like a broken record. But do you have, per se, a tentative venue in Las Vegas? Because should I research that and show you, or don't worry because you've already got it taken care of, or you're already know where you're headed on that road?
I don't have it finalized yet, but I am working on it. In fact, after I get off this stream, I will be making phone calls today. So I don't have it yet, but hopefully soon.
Don't put a lot of effort into. I remember one time you said you were not looking for something on the main strip, and I just remember I saw something toward the eastern end of town out in the suburbs. They had a couple. There's a lake over in that area, and there's a Hilton and something else, a couple of hotels with conference centers in that vicinity. But I didn't know should I go ahead and send you that information like that, or you're probably, I'm guessing at this point you're probably well ahead of what information I would send you.
Well, you're actually talking about an area that I'm already looking at, but if you want to email it to me, I'll look at it, just in case the one I'm going to call today doesn't work out.
Okay, I'll do that. But it sounds like you may already be familiar with it. But anyway, looking forward to it, and thanks for taking the call, and we'll see you.
All right, cool. Thanks, Dennis.
Yep.
All right. Collapse of the vapor canopy. Oh, God. You could argue buildings are melted mountains. That reminded me of the first time somebody brought up. I called in. Oh, if you can't see it, you're a dumb fuck. Brian, are you calling to tell me I'm a dumb fuck because I don't agree with that whole fantasy story? Lots of cities built on old trash dumps. All right, Brian, let's hear it.
Hello, Karen B.
Hi.
So, I'm just going to read my comment here, minus the cuss word. I think God made just like he made this quote-unquote flat realm. You jerks are worse than those who look at science as a religion. You are trying to deny God and his work, and I rebuke you for that.
How are we trying to deny God and his work?
Just like this flat realm.
Specifically.
What?
Well, what specifically is denying God? I don't like that word, God.
Denying God because it's obvious when you go on these mountains. Just hang out on the Truth Seeker 69's channel and you'll learn a little something. Just watch, look at the pictures, look at all the evidence she's got. She's the top dog in this. Her and her shampoo. Doing great work. Right there. Everything you need is right there. If you deny it, you're dumb fucks. All of you.
You see what happens when you get mixed up in these crazy fantasy stories and you mindfuck yourself into programming yourself, convincing yourself of these fantasy stories, and then you become married to these fantasy stories, and then you feel compelled to call people and cuss them out and call them names because they don't validate your fantasy stories. That's a mental illness. That's a mental illness. I'm sorry about your problem. Maybe go eat some mushrooms, microdose, something. All right? Something. I knew, see you guys, I knew when I answered that call it was going to go that way. No, he's serious. He's serious. I mean, have you ever seen, this is what happens. Have you ever seen anybody get so angry because you didn't think that a mountain, a natural land feature, was the result of a big giant brick building that giants used to live in, God knows when, at what time in the timeline, that was mysteriously melted and turned into a pile of mush by an unknown mystery X-Factor event that can't be explained in any way, shape, or form. I don't know, just believe it. It looks like it. Can't you see it? If you don't see it, you're dumb! Like, seriously. Ben is an alchemical genius, yet also a dumb fuck when it comes to meltology. Brian, meltology is not a real thing. Meltology is not a real thing. It's a made-up word. It's a made-up word. Bears no resemblance to reality. Okay? None. You guys can't even explain it in any sort of, like, natural physics sort of terms. You just say, oh, magically, mystically, mysteriously, this one thing was this one thing, and then magically, mysteriously, it got melted, and then after it got magically, mysteriously melted, it turned into magically, mysteriously something else. It turned into a crystal. It turned into this. It turned into anything but whatever the fuck it really is. Jesus Christ. I mean, you know, I'm not going to unmute me if you're going to yell at everybody and tell us we're all dumb fucks, Brian. Go to Jen's channel and go spew your bullshit over there, dude. Seriously, I just don't care. I don't talk about this stuff because I find no value in it. Why do I find no value in it? Because it doesn't match the real world and all of the stories don't make sense. There are too many holes. I mean, it's like one fantasy story mixed up in another fantasy story, mixed up in another fantasy story, mixed up in another fantasy story, and none of it means fuck all to me, okay? And also God, I don't use the word God because God is not the name of the creator. God is a title, and they put God on the money. Like, you guys are so mixed up. The World Trade Center didn't turn into a mountain. Good point, Jameson Kindrell. How come there's no mountain where the World Trade Center got zapped? I'll be chill. I just don't know. Let's figure out the moon first. Yeah, I don't expect everybody to agree with me, but there's no way, I'm sorry, but there's no way you're gonna get me going down that stupid bullshit rabbit hole. That is not even a rabbit hole. That's a shithole as far as I'm concerned. It's a big, melted, messy shithole. Okay? You know, I have other people here, you know, friends of mine who are into it. That's cool. I don't want it. No. I want nothing to do with it. It does not interest me. It does not fit into, you know, the things that I think about as far as, you know, me trying to figure out reality and da-da-da-da-da-da. It is completely out of left field. I just can't, there is nothing about that even rings remotely true. I'm highly amused. Ben, it's so funny. There's a lot of cool geological formations, but it doesn't mean that there was like some mystery Tartarian giant civilization of giants who didn't eat food and didn't take shits and had free energy and all this mystical, magical, you know, cool stuff that they did abound. I mean, come on, you guys, do you even hear what you're saying? You guys are trying to, like, why don't you just fucking go into Narnia? I don't believe Tartaria is a buzzword just like flat earth. It's stupid. It's not, it's a distraction. Right, Ben, the mountains, which are miles high, like they want to think, like, I'm trying to think, like, do they think Mount Everest is a melted brick? Okay, actually, here, I'm going to ask you this. Brian, do you guys think that Mount Everest is a melted brick building? Is Mount Everest a melted building?
I would think so. I would get, at this point, I used to be like you, and I was like, really? Jen thinks that all mountains are melted buildings. I was like, that's fucking weird. But now, after I've been doing more investigation and learning, I'm talking like on the ground investigative journalism myself all over the United States. And I'm not talking about just the melted buildings. We got to look at these old buildings too. And I don't like that word Tartaria. That Tartaria is just a buzzword, just like flat earth, how it gets corrupted and shit. I don't like that stuff. I'm talking about meltology. I'm talking about on the ground investigation. I'm talking about God. And I don't mean to get passionate, but like, when you talk about Mount Everest potentially being a building and denying it, what I'm saying is that God can do all types of stuff. And when you question what God can do, and you say that he can't make a building,
okay, I thought you said you were going to be chill, Brian. That's not chill. That's not fucking chill, dude. That's not chill. No, it's not passion. It's you being a psycho. I'm sorry, but I had to ask. Okay, Mount Everest is like 25,000 feet tall, okay? So how big did the building have to be? How big did the actual building have to be melted and transmuted and turned into a pile of rubble 25,000 feet tall? By what means? By what X factor event? By what process did this happen? He said he was gonna be chill. He's not fucking chill, dude. Dude, it's I just can't. It's so funny. Meltology. Every single, like, they do, and there's like no compromising. You can't even say, well, do it, all of them? Like, maybe it's this one here or that one there, like specific. No, all of them. Every single one. But here's the thing. I don't know what you guys are seeing that make you think that these mountains are melted brick buildings, but I see giant crystalline rock formations that formed when the Earth was formed. There is no mystery needed. There is no fantasy civilization needed. No fantasy mystery population of giants who didn't shit with free energy. Okay? You don't need any of that stuff. It's just like, okay, and if you want to talk about scripture, like, and I find it really ironic that you're over here talking about how we're denying God when you're sitting here saying that God did not create the earth as it is. I mean, so what did giants make the earth then? Because let's look at what it says. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth came to be formless and empty, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the spirit of Elohim was moving on the face of the waters. And Elohim said, "Let light come to be," and light came to be. Elohim said. And Elohim saw the light that it was good. And Elohim separated the light from the darkness. And Elohim called the day and the darkness night, And then Elohim said, "Let an expanse come to be in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters." So that is where starting to form the earth. He made the expanse and separated the waters, which were under the expanse, from the waters, which were above the expanse, and so it came to be so. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about giants or buildings. Elohim called the dry land earth, and the collection of waters he called seas, and saw it was good. Bring forth grass, plant that yields seed, in itself earth. Okay, but let's go back up to here, right, where it says the earth came to be formless and empty, and the darkness was on the face of the deep. Like, I've gone over this, dude. It's basically describing the same way that all crystalline matter starts to form naturally in this realm, and that is in a supersaturated crystalline slurry with warmth and pressure and electricity, of course, because electricity is a driving force in this entire realm, and crystals started to grow. Crystals being earth, continents, giant masses of crystalline material, and then upon which the dirt came, and then the trees and all the plants had a place to grow. Okay? So I don't know why you think anything that I'm saying is denying the creation, because it's clearly not, in my opinion. I use this as my guide to what I've tried to find and what is true and what is not true. I look at scriptures like sort of like a historical context, right? And so I don't know why you think I would be denying the creator. I don't. I actually try to look at what's in scripture to get hints as to how this place formed, and I think it's actually quite simple. I think nature is a lot simpler than people are getting it to be, and I think this whole Tartaria bullshit, this Tartaria fantasy story, this mountains are melted brick buildings, and that fucking made up bullshit meltology term is just more excuses for you people to be distracted from the actual truth. It's like you just, ultimately, I feel like you say that we're denying. I think it's a projection. Here, I have finally reached it, Brian. It's a projection. You are denying the creator, okay? How about that? I think you're denying the creator, and by you calling me and accusing me of denying the creator, that is a classic projection, okay? Because all of these bullshit stories that don't match reality, that's misleading. It's disingenuous. It does not match reality. And in my opinion, that goes against creation. It's a lie. You're following and pushing a lie. Can't be proven. None of it. The Hebrews do not have a floating earth. It was set up on pillars, not floating. Salt or crystal is the structure, and sulfur is the life that enlivens it. No, you can't. You already yelled at me like 2 or 3 times, and I'm fucking done, dude. I'm really done. Like, I don't need, and I'm not gonna go to Jen's channel, Okay, I'm done with that shit. Like I already told you guys way back when I did my melted rant and everybody freaked out, you know, I already said like you don't need my validation. If you guys want to go and you guys want to go, you know, look at mountains and say they're melted brick buildings and make up new words like meltology and go study meltology, go do it, okay? You don't need my validation. Like, I don't even understand why you're coming over here trying to tell me that shit. I just don't even care about that stuff. I hardly ever bring it up anymore because it literally means nothing for me. I find no value in it whatsoever. And I don't understand why you guys need my validation for it. Like, why are you coming to me about it? You're not going to convince me. I already looked at all the stupid shit. I will never get that time back. I watched that stupid Meltology 101 video where that fucking guy with that weird voice is on there talking about, these are popcorn bricks, and these are balloon bricks, and somehow, and when the heat heated up the bricks, this one balloon, but this one did not. Oh, these are special popcorn bricks. It was the dumbest shit I ever heard. Literally one of the dumbest things I ever spent time looking at. And then when you tell people, you're like, yeah, I don't really buy it. I don't think that's right. And you try to be nice about it. They get pushy. Oh no, you need to go watch more videos. You need to go do this. Go do that. Research more. Why don't you go? No, how about you fucking get the fuck out of my face with that stupid shit? Like, dude, I'm serious. Just stop already. Just stop. You don't need my validation. I don't need to, look at me. Now I'm ranting on this stream. I don't come on here because planning to rant, although everybody tells me they love it. But seriously, like, you're gonna come over here and tell me I'm denying the creator? Like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Seriously. Don't forget about the icebergs. They claim iceberg. I know. It's stupid. Icebergs, dude. Ice. Water. You're going to tell me that a brick building melted and turned into ice crystals. Why does anybody think that that's even a possibility? Like, even remotely a fucking possibility? Oh, and you know what, Brian? That let's horse and buggy, that's another retard bullshit line. And I've already gone through all that. No, they didn't use horses and buggies to build buildings. Horses and buggies are used for transportation. You know what they use to build buildings? Oxen! Oxen, levers, pulleys, cranes, sleds, draft horses pulling sleds. They didn't use horses and buggies. Just like you don't use a fucking scooter to haul a heavy load down the freeway, you're not gonna build a building with a fucking horse and buggy. Like, please stop making these false equivalences. Please pull your head out of your ass. Please. I mean, this is why, and I keep hearing the same ridiculous arguments, dude. Like, it's just so old. It's old. And just, it's fine. Like, I don't even, you guys just stay over there with your bullshit, okay? Just stay over there with your bullshit. Get out of here with your bullshit. Can't believe Ben goes along with this and he's a legit genius. Well, why don't you fucking ask Ben? The buildings we see make no sense. Yeah, I don't buy that either. I'm sorry, I just don't. You see, this is the problem too with this modern world that we live in. Like, nobody has any appreciation for working with your hands. Nobody has any appreciation for human hard labor, like hard labor. Nobody has to do really hard labor anymore. Like, seriously, maybe some construction workers will have, like, that's the hardest labor you could get. But they didn't have hard labor like they used to back in the day. And they didn't, and so many things can be done. Like, now they've got 3D printers where you can design something in the 3D printer, prints it out, and oh, look at this little thing I printed. But you know what? Like, and anybody can make something like that. But there used to be a time where you had to have actually skill and talent and spend time learning something to create something and make something with your hands. And nobody has an appreciation for that shit anymore. I mean, everybody thinks, that, how'd they do that? Well, just because you didn't do it and you never had to work hard in your life doesn't mean nobody in history ever did. I mean, I really don't get it. It's like, everybody, you guys can't even get outside your own head enough to, like, even imagine the possibilities. I mean, just go on, like, what are you guys watching on YouTube? You're watching that dumb fuck John Levi on YouTube mislead you about all the shit, all the stupid bullshit pictures that he's showing you. Some of them aren't even real. He'll show you pictures of AI art and start telling you, and everybody acts like it's real, and you guys are watching that bullshit. Why don't you go on YouTube and watch videos about how they make, survival shelters, or people who actually have to do work with hands, or people who are building stuff on their homesteads with their own hands, and then they literally calculate how they moved X amount of metric tons by themselves over the course of a couple of days because they were working their ass off. They were using their hands and they were muscles. Okay? This is what I'm saying, dude. You guys have become like a bunch of ignorant, self-deprecating, just morons. And it's driving me nuts, dude. I really can't. I just can't. Did oxen carve the veiled virgin statue? You know, what kind of stupid red herring fucking argument is that? It's got nothing to do with nothing. Like, do you see how, like, all of your arguments are just you grasping for straws and, like, causing insults? Like, there's nothing of substance behind any of this. This is why I just stopped talking about it or looking at it or said I wanted to have nothing to do with it, because there's nothing substantial under the surface. It's all conjecture. It's all looking at pictures. It's all just ignoring, anything of historical value. Like, I get that history is a lie, but you can't throw out everything. That you just can't. Like, that would be stupid to throw out everything. You think everybody throughout history who was just living their life was producing everything that was a complete falsehood? No, shit. Some of the shit really happened, and some of the shit really was built by humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't throw everything out, and you can't just disregard the ability of humans and the human spirit. Like, this is part of the whole freaking psyop. I mean, for you guys to just deny your abilities, deny who you are, deny what we're capable of. Like, it's ridiculous. Exactly. They use a computer. They don't know what real work is. I move metric tons of material with a shovel. When a rock crushing plant goes down, you have to tunnel into the machines before it freezes and skid steers that other machines can't reach. Exactly. We have no skilled craftsmen anymore. Exactly. Like, seriously. We need to do a project where we get, like, a whole big swath of land and there's nothing there, and we get all these people in and we're like, all right, build a town. Do it. Because what do you think people did before the government was here? All the roads and stuff were built before there was an established government, before they started collecting fucking taxes for it. I mean, it's ridiculous. Told you humans built the pyramids with a chisel and rock hammers too. Right. But we know that the pyramids were geopolymer. Right? It's just an old version of concrete. And it's not rocket science either. Like, you know how they probably figured out how to make concrete? They probably saw in nature where there was some dirt, and then it rained, and then the rain dried, and the dirt became hard as fuck. Oh, well, maybe if we start mixing different types of dirt together, it'll become, you know, like a rock. And it did. They figured it out. You know, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. But anyway, I really believe this bullshit. 2011. David Vanderpur tainted everything. I mean, you guys want to go, you know. Let's see, what else does he have? More, 805. This guy has been writing all kinds of shit. He's like a fantasy author, and he puts it on academia.edu. And he's probably laughing his ass off right now, looking at all the people making whole channels and like elaborating on his whole original Tartaria story, like a bunch of fan artists writing their own made-up stories for fucking Star Wars, right? Like all the Star Wars fan art, it's like, oh, they all just took it and ran with it. Oh, what about this? It's like everybody's imagination started to run away with them, and it's like an egregore. It's like turned into its own thing. I'm apologizing for yelling. I don't want to yell at everybody. But it's just becomes too much. Cammy. Hi, Cammy. I love you, Cammy. We need to hang out again. Oh my god, it's almost 1 o'clock. And I was telling myself earlier that I was going to try to end it right at noon because I wanted to make phone calls. Okay, I gotta go, you guys. Listen, I'm going to go try and make some calls. I got a venue that I got to get nailed down for an event that I plan on having in a few months. It's this little event called Flattoberfest. Don't know if you've heard of it. Maybe you can check it out at flatearthfestivals.com. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And if you think all mountains are melted brick buildings, that's cool, dude. You think whatever you want to think. It's all good. But I don't, and I don't want to talk about that bullshit no mo. Anyway, you guys, have a great day. Have a great day. Keep smiling. Keep laughing. It's all good. One love, y'all. I really don't want to be in an argument with anybody, but oh my gosh, I just don't agree with that shit. I just don't. But it's okay. I still love you if you do. Unless you're going to call and yell at me and tell me that I'm denying God when I'm not. Okay, so tomorrow I will be back with Mark Sargent at 10 p.m. with a new episode of Strange World right here. And Saturday, I also have anti-religious scripture study at 11:11 with Just Jack Flat Earth. And if you are a channel member, Patreon supporter, or you're subscribed on Rockfin, or you are a subscriber to anybody on Rockfin, don't forget to check out the new show with me and Rose, Anarcho-Verotistas. And yeah, so I guess that's it. Cheers. Have a wonderful day. And for those who wish to send me stuff through snail mail, you can send it to P.O. Box 10, Earl, North Carolina, 28038. There are also links below for Flat Earth merch, and you can send me donations. And I do appreciate all the support. Sincerely, thank you very much. Also, please go to flatearthfestivals.com for all information about upcoming Flattoberfests and Flat Earth-friendly local meetups. If you are organizing a local Flat Earth meetup, email me at flatearthfestivals@protonmail.com with your meetup information to have it listed on the website for free. For everything else, you can email me at karenbfe@protonmail.com. Thank you for being here.